Hey, Prime members, you can listen to Crime and Sports early and ad-free on Amazon Music. Download the app today.
In the depths of an Atlanta forest, a clash between activists and authorities ends in tragedy. I'm Matthew Scher, and on my new podcast, We Came to the Forest, we expose the hidden truths behind a shootout that left one activist dead and countless lives forever changed. Binge all episodes of We Came to the Forest ad-free on Wondery Plus.
Hello, and welcome to Crime and Sports.
Yay!
Oh, yay indeed, Jimmy. Yay indeed. My name is James Pietragallo. I'm here with my co-host.
I am Jimmie Whisman.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us so much. We cannot thank you enough, honestly, for tuning in again this week, and hope you enjoyed last week, of course. We've had a lot of crazy ones lately, and we've been bouncing around the time. Our next episode, by the way, This one is like super modern, the one that we're doing now, like up to a month ago modern, like really modern. And then we're going to do one from a really old-timey one for the next time, because those are really fun when we get to...
I love the black and white crime and sports.
We get to talk like this, see? It's fun. Those are always the most fun, so we'll do that. But just want to thank everyone, first of all, for your reviews this week. They do help. 5 stars on that purple icon Apple Podcast. If you could, it does help. Also, head over to shutupandgivememurder.com right now. Time is running out to get your tickets.
You're damn right it is.
That's right. Yeah. Virtual live show this Thursday, May the 6th.
2 days away.
2021. Oh, my God, it's coming up. You got to see it. It's going to be Suge Knight, everybody. So we're talking minimal sports and maximum crime. And all sorts of craziness mixed in with that. We're gonna Biggie and Tupac are in the mix. It's a lot.
All the hip hop you can handle.
Yeah, if you know how I like to go down rabbit holes and really get into this. I've gone down so far into these rabbit holes. So this is going to be an awesome episode. I can't wait for this. And shutupandgivememurder.com right now. May the 6th is the virtual live show, and it'll be available for 72 hours after that too. Yeah. So you can get your tickets and watch it on a Friday night, a Saturday night, do whatever you want to do. But get your tickets. It's going to be a lot of fun. Seriously.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. On Patreon, my God, if you missed this last round of Patreon, you are missing out, because we had so much fun. We did the college admissions scandal where, Aunt Becky is sent to prison and everything. Aunt Becky and the guy who makes all the clothes at Target, both sent to prison. And we got deep into that scandal. And then the other bonus episode we did last week, or 2 days ago, we uploaded it, was for cult deprogramming. That was a crazier episode than I even thought it was going to be with the cult deprogramming. That's it's wild. We really got into some deep stuff, and find out all about a man named Black Lightning. Put it that way. How often do you hear of a man named Black Lightning? So check him out. Check that out. Patreon.com/crimeinsports, and you'll be a producer. So we will definitely give you a shout out at the end of the show. We'll mispronounce your name brutally. Jimmy will mess it up, but we'll still be amazingly, eternally grateful. And if you just want to, throw us a couple of bucks, have some good karma, be a producer, get your name mispronounced, you can do that over at PayPal using our email address, crimeinsports@gmail.com. That said, let's get into this. I believe this is the first time we've ever had a sibling episode. I believe this is the first time we've ever had an episode of someone whose sibling already had an episode.
Terrific.
As far as I know, Lenny Dykstra doesn't have an older brother who's done any fuckery or anything like that. So this is different. We are going to do Tyler the Beast East. Oh boy. Remember we did Cody East.
Yeah.
Before that. Yes.
MMA fighter.
Fighter, and his brother is one too. Tyler the Beast East. We did Cody. It was like episode 82 or something. So it was a long time ago. So
he was the heart cutter?
No, that's Jared Wyatt.
God damn
That's Jared Wyatt. No, Cody East was just a New Mexico trailer trash who,
there we go.
Forced his dick places it didn't belong, among a lot of other things, violent shit, and he's an asshole in general, Cody. And Tyler, really, this is one where you have to just say that this must have been how they were raised, because
there was a lot of these kids in the same house, and they created their own MMA shit out back, right?
They're just psychopaths. So this to me is like, remember the parents got arrested for
Right.
providing alcohol and these crazy parties they
High
would
school
have.
parties and shit. Oh,
yeah.
boy.
So, I mean, this is one of those where it's not like, this is very predictable. We'll put it that way. This is a very predictable episode. And,
anybody in that house certainly touched the law.
Absolutely. In every single way. That's the thing. There's mom's been arrested, for Christ's sake. I mean, it's a lot going on here.
When your mom's arrested, what fucking chance do you have?
That's what I'm saying. Like, dad, yeah, people can have fuck up dads. That's fine. Or dads that are gone or dads that are whatever. You can get by on that. We've seen it tons of times. As a matter of fact, on Crime and Sports, we don't know if it's better for the father to stick around and beat the shit out of everybody that he can get his hands on, or to just go away and never be seen again. Sometimes it works out better that way.
Right.
Yeah.
But when Mammy's an outlaw, Jesus.
Your mom that's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah. Remember we were talking about the Rikers Island documentary recently, the one from like 1994? That's
it's fantastic.
Still on HBO. Well, I watched it.
It's so good.
I watched it the night we talked about
Did
it,
you?
by the way. I rewatched it. Holy balls, is it crazier than I remember it, because I remembered it being like crazy. But first of all, it's amazing because everybody's just smoking inside, which I find
just wandering around with a cigarette.
That's funny as shit, because it was still the 90s and they were like, well, we can't get them to stop stabbing each other in there. Never mind smoking.
We're going to stop them from lighting up.
I mean, we can't stop stabbing and raping. You know, if we can't get those two, how are we going to get to smoking? That seems like really difficult. Let's start a triage. Let's start with stabbing and raping.
Everybody's got a goddamn cigarette.
Yeah. But in the documentary, there's a guy in there who was born in jail.
Yeah.
His mom was in jail when he was born, and he has AIDS, and he's going to die in jail.
Yeah.
So he's just like, born in jail, die in jail, and he's been in jail a million times.
So bad for that guy.
Yeah, and he went to try to get some like merciful release so he could go and spend his time in like, it's still in a facility where he's not allowed to leave or anything, but in like more of a hospital facility, not fucking Rikers Island.
Where he's getting treated for his AIDS, not just stuck on a cot to sleep 22 hours of the day.
And they told him, nope, too many burglaries, your criminal record is shit, and, you know, you'd have to be an exemplary person to, sorry, fuck off, back to Rikers, and you can croak there. I was like, Jesus, cold-blooded as shit. And then there was this woman in there that they're following around, and but they have like the ward. This has nothing to do with this episode, but it's interesting and people like crime, so fuck them.
And it's a great fucking documentary.
And it's a great documentary. So they have this ward that has expecting mothers. It's expectant mother ward. So it's just all pregnant prisoners. That's all it is. And they have like, you know, painting of like a big like a teddy bear on the wall and shit. Like it's but it's still a prison. It's still very industrial with the white cinder blocks and everything.
Try to nursery this up as best as possible.
Absolutely. But every single one of them, they're just sitting in a room like talking. The documentary is great too because it's before everybody was on TV. So everybody's really reacting to this camera and talking to it, and they're not just like playing a character. They're like, it's interesting. But to a woman, every single one of them is smoking, first of all, which is huge. 8 months pregnant. Just like, let me tell you. Okay, so I mean, I came in. And the one lady's like, I got 3 kids, and, you know, I had my last one in here. Now I'm going to have this one in here. And my husband's in jail for 8 years for aggravated this and that, and shows a picture of him. And he's got, you know, he's like typical jail guy. And the jail pose is what I'm talking about. He's got like the jail pose going with the tats on. You could tell he's in jail taking, you know, where the picture was taken. And it's just, she's talking about it, and you're like, she's like, I'm going to get out this time, and I'm not going to do drugs, and I'm not going to do all the things. And she's talking about how she was like selling herself on the street for crack and all this shit. And I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? Holy shit.
How do you get there?
This fucking lady's life is it's just so messed up, man.
It's so ruined. She's like, so out of the... Yeah, where do you rebuild from?
Where do you go? Because even if she gets out, she goes home. Okay, now she's got all these kids. Her husband's in prison, and she's going to have to, like, you know, he's going to want her to do stuff for him, and, you know, she's going to be hustling and trying. It's ridiculous. I don't know how she got there and how she's ever going to get out of it. But watch that documentary, The Rikers Island.
My favorite scene is when that guy with AIDS is sitting in that cell ready to go into the court date.
Yeah,
and they go, would you like peanut butter or whatever other sandwich is? And he goes, the peanut butter. And they hand it to him, and he just throws it against the wall. He's like, this is hard. I'm not eating that.
He goes, he just puts it down. He goes, not going to eat that. And they're like, why? And he knocks it on the wall, and it goes. And he goes, hard, man.
Yeah.
It's real hard. And he just throws it down. It's like, it's rock hard. It makes a clinking sound on concrete.
And that's peanut butter.
His shoe.
The peanut butter is a rock.
What the shit is that, man?
Even if that's creamy peanut butter, I guarantee it's still crunchy.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, it would have just, that bread's so dry, it would have soaked into it now anyway and just hardened up in there. So, yeah, that was messed up. Maybe one of these days we'll do a bonus episode on a 30-year-old documentary.
That documentary, if you have any inclination to break a law, especially if you're in New York, if you watch the documentary, you're like, maybe I'll just go back to work tomorrow.
Dude, yeah, Rikers is, you're like, whoa. Because, dude, there is some wild shit going on in this thing. It's
the fight with the blood, and then he's like, I think you're all right. And it's like, no, man, he's not all right.
No, the guard had the big wound, and the guy's like, it's a typical day. The one guy, the guy's, typical day in here. That's what happens. It's, a lot of violence. That's what happens.
The guard's trying to tell the prisoner about AIDS and give him like a rundown of the facts about AIDS. He goes, we just had a refresher. You're all right. And I was like, right. No, he's like, bleeding.
Because then he goes, it didn't break the skin, did you? And he goes, well, yeah, it broke the skin. And he shows, and the guy, it's a fucking broken skin, all teeth bite marks. And he's like, if he could have bled in there, and the guard just goes, I don't know, you might be in trouble. And the guy's like, shit. And then the guard walks away. It's not like, well, let's take you in. The guard walks away and goes,
you may want to get his dental records. How about you get his dental records for me?
He didn't even say, let's wash that off. Nothing. Like, hey, here's some soap. I mean, it was just like, I don't know, maybe you got AIDS. Have a good one. And he'd walk away swinging his baton. Like, what the fuck is happening? What's going on in here? It's wild. So anyway, now that we've talked about that a lot, let's talk about our subject.
All right,
which it all came from there because it's all a pile of trash.
It's all cyclical.
It's all cyclical. So crime and sports, it's a pile of trash. That's our new tagline. We're going to talk about Tyler the Beast East here. Right. Like we said, we knew Cody East. He's born. January 24th, 1991. So a young
man
for crime and sports. I mean,
good Lord.
Yeah, super recent and modern. So just much like his brother, and I'm not going to repeat everything that his brother's life was because we did that already. But he's born in Albuquerque. He grows up in New Mexico here. His brother Cody is a couple years older than him, and Cody goes on to be a pretty I guess, recognizable UFC fighter for a little while and then other MMA brands. So Tyler, though, follows in his brother's footsteps in just about everything. Cody played football. Tyler wrestles and plays football. In 2006, they both won a state championship in wrestling.
That's impressive.
At Los Lunas High. Yeah. Cody in the 275-pound division, which is... That's a lot. That's a big dude.
Almost 300 pounds of high schooler?
Yeah, that's a lot. And then Tyler in the 189 here. Okay. So we can watch him grow over the next couple of years just based on the New Mexico State Wrestling Championship results that I found here. So, he does that. They go to Los Lunas High here. This is 5A high school.
Okay, the big one.
I guess, that seems to be
the most populated one.
Those are the populated ones?
The 5A schools are the big ones.
Okay, that makes sense. 2007 in hye school still. This time he's in Bellin High, and we'll talk about that for a second, a little bit about Bellin. But Bellin High he goes to now, and he's in the 215-pound division. Oh. And so, gained 25 pounds.
That's a lot.
In a year for a child. Yeah, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. I'm sure completely natural, I bet. Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was probably mom's cooking Campbell's soup and whole milk. You know what I mean? Just
who knows?
You know how it goes over there.
There is also the reservation there, and those native tacos are not diet friendly.
No, they are not.
Those will destroy you. Eat a lot of those.
That's a good point. I feel like it's probably something else, though. I'm just out on a limb. Just the way they both behave too. Both the brothers are like, they're not like normal kids. Like normal kids. Okay, normal kids, they might get mad. They might, they might get in a fight or something like that.
Sure.
These kids will get mad and then basically tear up anybody or the surroundings like a fucking uncaged gorilla is what they do. They're just bashing on things and jumping up on tables, and that's how they act, as we found out from Cody when they had a giant brawl at one of his parties. So Tyler this year for Bellin wins the state title in the 215-pound division.
Okay.
So now he's got 2 in a row going on for him.
Incredible.
2 in a row, high school champion. That's pretty decent. Grace. Let's call it right now. It's Grace, everybody. That's it. Downhill from here,
Grace
folks.
Starts in high school.
Oh, yeah. What is he, a sophomore? Yeah, he's a sophomore. So he's achieved grace before a driver's license or probably sexual activity, but he's achieved grace. Yeah. It's one of our fastest, honestly, I would say.
Truly,
15, it has to be. So, he also plays high school football as well. They say he's a good kicker, and I don't know what else. He's humongous. I can't imagine they're only putting him out there to kick.
Right.
But he's probably like a linebacker, and he also can punt well or something. I don't know.
215 pounds of high schooler can play any position.
Pretty much, yeah. You're going to, I would assume, maybe a defensive lineman or something. Somebody he's
wherever
athletic.
We need to fill you in. Yeah.
Yeah. So a little refresher here. July 2007 comes around, and this is when Cody East is arrested, and I believe Tyler's around here as well. And this is the family. So this is to give you, in case you haven't heard that old episode, just to give you a background of exactly the environment that this young guy is coming from here, because it's well expected. So witnesses told the police that Cody East became angry at some of the girls at his party. Okay. Angry at the girls.
Right.
So he went into a rage and started breaking doors and windows.
That's a good way to,
Uncaged gorilla would be the best way to put it, correct? Like,
that'll show those girls. Beat up your own house.
Just start tearing. Dude, have you ever gone into a rage during like a party where you start tearing doors off of a house? Think about that. What kind of rage is that?
Yeah.
And I'm an angry guy.
I don't understand taking out anger at all on inanimate fixtures.
On drywall and fucking
Why are you
hardware?
giving yourself a fucked up Saturday? You know what I mean? Why are you giving yourself shit to do on Sunday?
I've never been like, raw, and just grabbed the door and be like, I'm going to fucking rip it off. Why? What is that helping?
This house that I just bought, James, the fucking guy that lived here before clearly kicked doors off the hinges, and I have to fix them.
That's
because
awful.
The man's a lunatic.
Yeah.
And that's why he did it, because he didn't have to fix it. I do. But I don't understand
the
that.
Next guy will fix it.
How do you get so mad at somebody that you take it out on the house?
That's something else here.
Yeah.
Well, he started with the house. Okay,
Yeah.
Cody does. He started. Oh my God, Jimmie. I forgot how crazy this was because it was like 4 years ago we did this episode, so I forgot about it. But he starts tearing up the windows and doors. Then he moves on to fighting some of the 14 to 15-year-old girls who are in attendance at this party. Okay.
Oh my God.
I'll just read this quote. Quote, he then allegedly hip-tossed some of the 14 to 15-year-old girls, breaking some of their noses and possibly the arm of one of the girls, and allegedly kicked his mother and attacked his father.
That's too far.
Okay, you're telling me he's 285 pounds naturally in high school when he goes into a house-breaking, mom-kicking, sophomore hip-tossing rage. Are you fucking kidding me? No. No.
How much steroids are they feeding the cows that he's drinking their milk?
Yeah, dude. I don't know what he's doing, if he doesn't know how to control his testosterone at this point or what, but from the whatever he's done, I don't know. But this is fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go through to break the doors and windows. That's crazy right away.
That's
then
a lot,
to be like, what am I going to do? 14-year-old girl, I'll hip toss her like I'm Ricky Steamboat. What are you talking about? Okay,
that's move two.
Now you're going to hip toss her. Then mom and dad are going to come out and go, hey, stop breaking the house and hip tossing sophomores, please. And then he's going to go and kick his mother. He kicked his mother. That's the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. And then
I'd like to know where he kicked her. Was it like square in the chest? Was it like in the hip? Was it, you know what I mean? Like, was it a cunt punt?
I'm picturing a sternum kick, just a gut sternum kick, knock her down.
Yeah, straight front kick.
Obviously, beating up young girls and his mom isn't funny, but it's fucking hilarious at the same time because we've already talked about it, so it feels like it's so far gone. But this is absolutely nuts. And then he just attacked his dad. He just like jumped on his dad. The Valencia County Sheriff's Department detective Aaron Jones said, quote, "We understand he kicked his father twice and stomped him in the head." He stomped his father's head.
He kicked his dad to the ground and then stomped on his head.
Like he's like...
He had to, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they were like, you know, like he owed him drug money or something. That's,
right.
What the fuck are you doing, man? That's crazy.
Like you flirted with your young sister.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing that warrants that, right? Like you flirt, you like pinch a 12-year-old's ass. Her brother should beat the fuck out of you for that.
You walk in and he's pummeling your mother, maybe. I don't know. Like he's just fucking wailing away on her, and you're like, you know, you get. Yeah. But this. Think about the scene.
That's certainly defending a girl or a woman of some sort.
Something. But this is crazy. Like, imagine him afterwards and all the wreckage. There's broken glass. There's a door laying over here. There's multiple
casualties,
multiple sophomores and freshmen and junior girls right on the ground, just like a battleground, broken arms and noses and shit, blood. His mom is kicked into the side of the trailer. She's fucked up, and then dad's been curb stomped. What the fuck? And then
he's holding his temple.
What's he going to do? Like afterwards, what do you do in that scenario?
Forget right after. Tomorrow morning, you got to wake up in the same house with these people.
They're still going to be there.
Right.
Hey, Mom, what's for breakfast?
So I guess we start rebuilding tomorrow morning, right?
Wow.
Got to get up early to rehang these doors.
and clean up the young women from the lawn.
Right.
Oh, help your mom up too, please. We got to pick Dad up from the hospital as well because he's had to have a shitload of
psychotic behavior.
Had some fucking CAT scans done. And so somebody called the cops in the neighborhood because this is a melee. First of all, it's almost like so ridiculous. It's like a video game. Like you'd want to see, like, First 48, a lot of times they have surveillance footage of the actual murder, and you're like, holy shit, this is crazy. I want to see the footage of this. Not like a movie.
Where's the Ring doorbell of children fleeing the scene?
That's what I mean. People scattering, doors breaking. I don't want like a cinematic one with like shots and close-ups. No. I want like a removed... like totally dissociated fucking surveillance camera, like from the next house over, just showing this in a very wide shot so I can see everything.
A couple of Simply Safe cams from two doors down.
That's all I want. Just somebody Simply Safe pointed in the correct direction so we could see this insanity. I really want to see this bad because it's fucking nuts. Only because I honestly want to see what he did afterwards. Look around who else wants some?
I want to see him wander out of that trailer and walk down that prefabbed staircase to have a cigarette and shake his head and just go, what did I just do?
God damn it. Pound a protein shake.
Yeah.
Got to get my protein back up. And so, but this is the person that Tyler idolizes. This is his older brother.
Up to this. This is his hero.
This is his hero. So, this isn't good. When police showed up, Cody was holding a knife and didn't want to put it down. So he stood there with a knife for a while. And then he eventually surrendered without any other injuries, which is, I guess, while everybody else tried to crawl off to the side. He later told the deputies that he wanted the deputies to kill him. That's why he was holding the knife. He was like, I held the knife because I figured if I had a knife, you'd shoot me. But then nobody shot me, so I just gave up.
Yeah.
Said, fuck it, never mind. So, this is definitely, he's got some mental issues, obviously.
Absolutely.
Cody does. So officers had to draw their weapons to obviously he's got a fucking knife. And he's said he wanted to kill him. He was wheeled away and handcuffed to a gurney. They Hannibal Lectered him, by the way.
Right.
If you remember that from the episode last time. And was placed in a mental health observation at the Valencia County Jail. And Apparently, one of the girls had a broken arm, other girls had broken noses, and Cody broke his hand in 3 places somewhere in this melee.
From breaking all those bones.
From punching things and people and his dad and his mom and ripping doors off. You tend to break something. So, and his parents were also charged with buying and serving alcohol to minors, as well as child abuse and contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
Holy shit.
So this whole thing's a fucking disaster. It's just a goddamn disaster.
Today, that will liquidate your 401k. You will be so broke from all the lawsuits.
Every sophomore who he hip-tossed would have a lawsuit going against him. There's no doubt about it.
They'd all have new Toyota Corollas.
Absolutely. So both of his parents got probation, and his mother pled no contest to the alcohol charges, and they had the child abuse charges dismissed. And Cody was jailed for a while at that point, and all of that shit. So back to Tyler here. So that gives you a background of the home that Tyler's growing up in, and his idol and who he is. If you didn't hear the first episode, you kind of needed to know that, because it's fucking important. Yeah. It's not important.
A Little House on the Prairie.
No, this is Little Trailer in the New Mexico desert is what this is. This is Little Trailer on the Mesa. It's a different thing completely. Very different. A very different place. Oh, God, we need Little Trailer on the Mesa t-shirts so fucking bad.
Little Trailer on the Flat Top.
I really want that. Yeah, I want that so bad. Little Trailer on some fucking desert thing. It doesn't matter. Pick a desert thing and use it, because that's beautiful.
It's all that.
We really have to make that badly. So, fuck. He goes to this Bellin, like I said, this Bellin school. It's a Class 4A school. It's a
little smaller.
It's a little smaller, I guess. But Bellin, I guess, ended up in 2014. They went to 5A, but he wasn't there then. So they're I'm looking at their like athletics shit, and during the time that Tyler's in school, which is like 2008, 2007, 8, and 9, he's in the school. Basically, they're like dominant in all sorts of shit. Boys and girls basketball teams both reached the state championship games that year. Their baseball team won a district title. Their girls golf team, they were winning all these championships here, like that year. And girls cross country 2007, all this football, soccer. They're winning like tons of titles. So I don't know if this is like a school for like that concentrates on athletics, you know what I mean? Like if you're really good, do you get somebody else's address and go to the school basically, rather than your high school? Like we see that a lot and with everything. In wrestling from 2003 to 2008, the wrestling team won 6 straight 4A state championships.
Wow.
So that's fucking crazy, man. That's a lot. And they won more after they went to 5A. So in 2009, Tyler wins the state championship in the 285-pound division. So now,
he's gotten big too.
Now Tyler's gotten huge. And I don't remember if what his drug predilections were. Cody, I'm not positive.
I don't require. I imagine that whatever typical trash does. Coke, crack, meth. It's a downward spiral.
Tyler, I'm pretty sure he likes steroids based on based on the insanity that goes on.
Right.
And not only that, Tyler loves cocaine. Oh, yeah. God, does he like Bernard King level really loves his cocaine. It's like, it's not good, man. That's frightening when you got a guy who's like 6'5", 200 and something pounds, and is angry.
Coke fueled.
Comes from a shit background where violence, where his brother kicked his mom and curb stomped his dad. So when you come from that environment and then you give that person cocaine on top of it, that's a bad cocktail. Oh, and then reward him for being good at being violent as well, because that's the other thing. Be like, you're really good at kicking ass. Here's a bunch of cocaine and steroids. This will work out just fine. It's going to be okay.
Incentivize the ass beatings.
Yeah, this is like, I mean, wow, it's some wild shit. So 2009, when he's in Bellin High School, that's the thing about the East Boys. They can't get out of high school without having fucking legal problems. That's, most of our crime and sports people, make it at least to college before they start fucking up, you know?
Right.
Like the sports kind of shields them from shit in high school once in a while, but
sometimes there's some theft, right?
Yeah, something stupid in their sophomore year or junior year of college. They'll get in a fight in a bar or something. That'll be the first thing. Nope, this is high school. His senior year, he is accused of beating a fellow student in gym class.
Oh no!
Viciously beating him, not just your typical school fight. We're talking a 285-pound, righted-up psychopath here. So,
that's fascinating. I think that's where I would venture to guess it's somewhere upwards in the 60 percentile of where all the fights in school start at, or the actual aggression is taken out. It's in sports and PE of some sort.
Yeah, not in high school, though, because in high school...
Really?
No.
That's where the vast majority of fights that I saw on school campus happened.
I never saw it. Gym class. It was like just apathetic when I was a kid. Like any sort. Yeah, that would show effort if you were getting in a fight. Like gym class, you're just supposed to be like, yeah, I put these fucking shorts on and I'm here. Right. Okay, so give me a fucking A. I'm sorry.
I did it.
I get a 90. Yeah, if I change and show up, I get a 90. So let's go, asshole. Like that was more of the thing there. Cafeteria, there was a lot of fights always in high school. Tons of fights
like the lunch hour.
Yeah, it was too much freedom, I think, for us.
Maybe.
We had you gave us any freedom, we were going to start fighting with each other, pretty much. I don't know why it was around food, but
the majority of fights that I saw on campus were certainly in PE. Absolutely,
really?
And
That's
we had
so
a like 5'3" football coach, Coach Garcia. There was a melee of 8 kids fighting, like on a pile, and he pulled was flinging children off of this pile. I was in awe of that. Fuck the fight. I couldn't care less. Keep fighting because I like seeing Coach Garcia child toss. This is incredible.
He's hip tossing young ladies too. He's pulling a Cody East. Now that I think about it, when I went to school in the 8th grade in Arizona, the kids were really into gym class. So we were like into whatever sports they were playing. I remember like whatever.
It was competitive.
In New York, it was like, what are you going to sweat now? Get the fuck out of here. You're going to talk to a girl after that? On. Yeah. What are you, nuts? Like, calm down, put your shorts on, hang out, and then go back and do what you got to do. There was not a lot of fighting happening. So.
Every gym class that I had one of the fucking football players in the class, and everybody would dress out after we get all sweaty playing basketball in gym, then we put our clothes back on and go back to class. Every fucking time I had one, there was one of those jocks that he would take a goddamn shower in there.
Oh my God! Yeah, no, that's not.
Where we were all embarrassed to get down into our boxers, and this asshole's naked.
I'm taking it. Hey, somebody want to bring me some conditioner in here? I forgot the conditioner.
Behind the closed doors of government offices and military compounds, there are hidden stories and buried secrets from the darkest corners of history. From covert experiments pushing the boundaries of science to operations so secretive they were barely whispered about. Each week, on Redacted, Declassified Mysteries, we pull back the curtain on these hidden histories. 100% true and verifiable stories that expose the shadowy underbelly of power. Consider Operation Paperclip, where former Nazi scientists were brought to America after World War II, not as prisoners, but as assets to advance U.S. intelligence during the Cold War. These aren't just old conspiracy theories. They're thoroughly investigated accounts that reveal the uncomfortable truths still shaping our world today. The stories are real. The secrets are shocking. Follow Redacted, Declassified Mysteries on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can listen to Redacted early and ad-free right now on Wondery Plus.
He was hip-hop's biggest mogul, the man who redefined fame, fortune, and the music industry.
The first male rapper to be honored on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Sean Diddy Combs.
Diddy built an empire and lived a life most people only dream about.
Everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up.
But just as quickly as his empire rose, it came crashing down.
Today I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking, interstate transportation for prostitution.
I was up. I hit rock bottom, but I made no excuses. I'm disgusted. I'm so sorry.
Until you're wearing an orange jumpsuit, it's not real. Now it's real.
From his meteoric rise to his shocking fall from grace, From Law and Crime, this is the rise and fall of Diddy. Listen to the rise and fall of Diddy exclusively with Wondery Plus.
I mean, in retrospect, as an adult, that makes
Can't
sense.
Wait to
We
show
should
his
have all
cock to
taken
the
a
other
shower.
Taking showers.
It makes sense. I mean, he went back to class and he didn't stink like we all did.
Yeah, he's got like fresh gel in his hair and shit.
Yeah.
And smelling like whatever 90s cologne he's wearing. He's smelling
Right.
like
We're in
Drakkar.
sixth period. He looks like first. It's incredible.
Fresh gel and freshly gelled and Drakkar and ready to go, huh? That's awesome.
The rest of us with beads of sweat rolling down our quote unquote sideburns.
Oh God, that's awful. Especially if you had gym early. Although
Yeah.
in one of the years in high school, I had gym in first period, which sucks. But it would also be bad because like in the wintertime, it's you know like 14 degrees in first period. And you're like, we're running the track. And we're like, what? It's 14 degrees outside. Can we wait till the sun comes up at least? Like literally, it would be fucking 7 o'clock and 7:10 in the morning. Can we not run outdoors right now?
It's going to be third
Christ.
period before I can clean these snot sickles off my face. I'm going to have to
it's
go
a
through
nightmare.
history class with the shit on my face.
But nobody would like. I literally remember kids walking around the track smoking in gym class. They were smoking, walking around the track.
That's amazing. What a different time.
Just smoking.
Time to live.
They'd wait till the teacher, they'd cup the cigarette when the teacher had his back turned because he would be running too. And then, they were so far away, nobody noticed. It's in there.
It's amazing.
In the back of it.
Blowing it into your shirt like nobody can smell that.
Yeah, well, you could see your breath anyway, so it was.
Yeah, that's true.
It didn't even
but
matter.
the smell, you don't just breathe. You know what I mean?
He's on the other side of the track. He didn't give a fuck. Nobody cares.
I can smell a cigarette from fucking three blocks away now.
Absolutely. Jesus. So Tyler, he used gym class for a source of violence. And he apparently beat this kid with something because he gets charged with this. He gets charged with third-degree aggravated battery with a deadly weapon.
In a school fight.
In a gym class fight. He was in shorts with a Bellin t-shirt on, and he's being taken away in cuffs.
Produced a weapon.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah. He sentences him to, he ends up going to get sentenced after this. Like I said, he has to plead no contest to third degree count of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. And he's sentenced to, you, young man, may fuck off 3 years probation for this ass whooping that he leveled on someone. And then at this point, he's going to start pro fighting. He gets his weight down. He's going to start. He starts MMA fighting here in 2009, so he's 18 years old right away. He's 6'5", 230, 235 in that region here. So he's ready to go. That's his. We'll call that his first fight there in gym class when he pummels some poor unsuspecting kid who's not ready to professionally fight yet. So
and probably not 6'5", 285. You know what I mean? That's the other part.
I would love to see the kid he fought. Yeah. I'd love to see if the kid was, you know what I mean? Was the kid like, yeah, fuck you, I'll kick your ass? Or was it just like, this Tyler got mad at him, ripped a door off the coach's office and then beat the kid with it. I don't know what happened. So he starts pro fighting now. This is when his pro career starts. April 17, 2009 is his first fight. It's in Norman, Oklahoma, where everybody wants to start out. Bellator Fighting Championships 3 and 4. This is. I guess they crammed them into one night. We're taping them both, everybody. It's versus Amadeo Viola. So he comes into the fight 0-1, and this is his last fight. Old Amadeo. So Tyler wins by a TKO with punches at 2 minutes and 40 seconds in round 1. So that's 1-0. He gets started well here. By August 1st, 2009, he's at the Inn of the Mountain of the Gods Resort and Casino.
Yeah.
In Mescalero. There.
Yeah.
So
they have comedy there.
Oh my God, they do.
They do.
You
know so many people that have performed there.
Yeah. Oh, that's on that little weird tour, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, you just flashed me back to the days when I was like, it'd be cool to get that gig.
Yeah.
I'll make like $100 and I only have to drive 400 miles to get there. That sounds awesome.
It's bad. That's not a good gig.
To explain this to everybody, sorry to keep veering off, but you know what? Yeah. I'm not sorry. We're, for however much longer we do crime and sports, we don't know how long, whatever, we, a lot of different things, but for however much longer we're going to do it, we're going to fucking have fun doing it. So if you're on board, great. If not, hey, doors that way. Go fuck yourself.
Sorry.
Enjoy. So, you want us to stay on track.
The point is, this is not a quality venue.
No.
This is a bad place to be.
There was this tour in comedy there, and Phoenix comedians would try to do this and this was, by the way, kind of coveted by local comedians.
This is making it, James.
That's what I mean. This is like, ooh, I'm on the road.
Yeah.
Basically,
crossing a state line to tell dick jokes.
Yeah, you go, how many gigs were on it? I mean, even, there was a bunch.
There's 7 or 8. There's a few.
Through Arizona and New Mexico in these like rural casinos.
Yep.
And you'd like stay at the casino and they give you $150 or something. And then you drive. And you drive with 3 other comics who have taken this journey of the damned. And you'd go to the next casino with a silly name like Inn of the Mountain of the Gods Resort and Casino. And you perform for a bunch of pretty apathetic people who really didn't care or didn't pay money to see you or anything. You're just in a lounge somewhere.
Yeah.
And
the quote-unquote high rollers got this for free.
Yeah, they got the VIP experience. And that's it. And then you go back to Arizona, and after you've spent money and done all that, you've made like $500, and it took you a week, and your car needs all sorts of work and service and an oil change. And you never want to do comedy. It sits in your
driveway steaming for the next 3 days.
Yeah, covered in dust. You need a new air filter, and with giant, crazy, weird desert bugs fused to your grill, and that's what you get. Yay!
I'm a comedian,
and that's doing well. Hey, he's getting booked. Hey, it's working.
Yeah,
that's sad.
We know far too many comics who have done it that are like, they write that shit as a credit. They're proud of themselves.
That's why we were like, we need to talk about asshole athletes and make fun of them, because I can't do that. I'm not doing that.
I can't. I'm not cut out for that life. Yeah,
I don't want to do it. That's the thing with stand-up. If comedy is you go to fucking, and I'm just going to pick a city out of the blue here. You go to Omaha just because it's centrally located. Let's say you go to Omaha.
Yeah.
You're fucking there for 5 days in Omaha. And you just live there now for 5 days.
That's your place.
And every day you go to work at that fucking club and you come back and no, I'm not doing that. I'm not living a place I don't want to live 5 days a fucking week. I'm just not doing it. Fuck that. No, that's an awful way to live. No.
It's pretty brutal.
Comedy is, and that's comedy. The best comedians in the world do that. That's terrible. So anyway,
it's a hard life, man.
it's a hard ass life, man. Fuck that.
And then on top of that, you pay people for that privilege.
Yeah, Jesus.
You
Christ.
pay a lot of money to people for helping you do that.
I know. That's the other thing. It's a nightmare. It's a goddamn nightmare. And then someone else gets 10%.
People. Yeah, you pay people for the privilege to do that, and they don't have to do that.
No, they're at their house while you're in a fucking Holiday Inn in Omaha.
Enjoy Des Moines this weekend.
Good
I'm
God.
on the beach.
Right? Hoping Beat Bobby Flay is on the Food Network when you get home, because that's all you have to look forward to now. That's how fucking sad your life has become. Because you're going to get home at 1 a.m, and there's not a lot going on in Omaha at 1 a.m. And there you go. Enjoy. Christ.
Incredible.
So this Tyler's at King of the Cage Gatekeeper is the name of it, versus Boban Simic. Boban is 5-2 coming in. This goes all 3 rounds, actually, and it's a unanimous decision loss for Tyler. So
no.
He's 1-1 now. That's not good. And you
got it handed to him pretty well here, minus a knockout, but unanimous. He got beat up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He hung in there, but he apparently didn't do anything spectacular. October 3rd, 2009. This is in Concord, North Carolina. He's at Next Level Cage Fighting Battlegrounds, and he's fighting Josh the Future Lennig. So, the future. You want to hear what his future was?
Right.
Well, he came into the fight 0-1 and then retired with a 4-4 career record. The future is bleak, my friends.
I'm sure he wishes he could have seen that coming.
Yeah, maybe. Well, if he said he was portraying that he knew the future.
Yeah.
And apparently he didn't. So, yeah, that's an embarrassing nickname when you retire at 4-4. It's a weak future. Tyler wins by knockout with punches. So 2-1. He's so mad about the last loss, he just pummeled this guy into stopping. So October 29th, 2009, this is another fight in the same month. He fights at the Lucky Star Casino in Concho, Oklahoma. Oh my. Yeah, that's one of those bad places where if you see like a singer from an 80s band and they're performing there, you're like, ooh, you didn't have publishing. Oh, that's
There's
rough.
only one city in Oklahoma that's like impressive to be. Well, I guess there's two, right? Tulsa and Oklahoma City. Outside of that,
so I'm still waiting for one.
Yeah.
Tulsa, there's nothing impressive about Tulsa.
No, I mean, that's the only place that you can like sell a lot of tickets, right? I mean, Norman's so far out there, right?
But Norman is the college town, though, isn't it? Isn't Norman where Oklahoma University Oklahoma is, maybe? So that's the other thing with those Midwestern cities. A lot of times there'll be a college, and that'll be the whole. And it's like a big city around the college.
Not
a big city.
It matters, yeah.
A city, yeah. So this is at the Lucky Star Casino, like we said. Oh, Jesus. This is what Madonna was singing about, I believe, in her song from the 80s there.
Lucky Star was this?
Yeah. You might be my lucky star out of Oklahoma. Yes, you are. I think that was what she was getting at. King of the Cage Wreckage, this is. So he's back at King of the Cage. He fights Joel Travis, or Traves, either one. This is a fat, bald man with a ginger beard.
Hell yeah.
He's a fat, bald guy with a red beard who, this would piss me off. If I paid money for a pay-per-view, and this guy came on and they're purporting him as a professional athlete and I paid to watch him, I'm fucking angry. I'm sorry. No. Would you pull this guy out of a bar? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's not... At least Tyler looks like he works out. You know what I mean? No. Fuck out of here.
This guy just looks like he just walked in and said, I'm the toughest guy in this town.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He won the Tough Man contest, and they were like, now you get to be in King of the Cage Wreckage at the Lucky Star Casino.
He hucked a tractor tire the furthest, so they let him fight.
I think so. At the tractor tire hucking contest that they had at the big tractor tire festival.
At the tractor tire manufacturer.
Oh, well, yeah, right, and that's where they have the festival. It's nice because it's soft. It's all rubber on the bottom, on the asphalt. They put like a rubberized mulch down from the bad tires. So Joel Traves comes in on a 4-fight losing streak. So he's lost his last 4.
Right.
And turns out in his whole career here, he loses the last 8 fights of his career in a row.
Oh, boy.
He was 8-8 and then lost 8 in a row and finished 8-16. So not wonderful.
Yeah.
Not a good job here. Tyler wins by TKO with punches at 3 minutes and 23 seconds in round 1. So it's back to 3-1 for Tyler. So it's starting to get better. November 28th, 2009, a month later, again, the Inn of the Mountain of the Gods of your ass, of your sister's twat, of the fucking, I don't even know. You can just keep going on. Call it whatever you want. That's what you got there. So,
they did just throw a bunch of words together. Inn of the Gods, of the Mountain, of the Inn, and
of the casino, resort, of the place, of the time, of your mother's ass, of your fucking... I don't know what's going on with this shit. Who named
so many words?
How big is their sign? You can't even...
Yeah.
Is it
Why
just
does it got to be so specific?
Yeah.
Read it again, James.
Inn of the... What is it? Inn of the Mountain of the Gods, Resort and Casino.
Okay.
Inn of the Mountain of the Gods. There's 2 of those.
Right. Is there an Inn of the Mountain? You know what I mean? There's got to be an Inn of the Mountain casino, because then they're like, well, we got to make this one a little more different.
Yeah, so, I mean, come on. Let's the Mountain of the Gods.
Right.
It's the Mountain of the Gods. Upside down.
This one's superior.
Yeah, sorry. That's a Major League 2 reference that we say all the time. Upside down. I love that.
Upside down.
Upside down. I love the look on his face, like so cocky, too. Upside down.
That's the line.
So, King of the Cage, horsepower this is. Mm-hmm. Even though there's no horses are involved in this at all. Horsepower, I expect horses to be fighting.
And there's no race. There's nothing.
No.
It's no. Why is the guy? What, high octane next to?
I think there's an event called High Octane. Actually,
of course
that he fights in. He fights Mark Martinez this night. Another pudgy guy. Another guy who doesn't look like he should be fighting a guy who's in shape. This is his first fight. Old Mark. He's a 4-3 career fighter, and he wins. This is a win for Tyler by TKO at 2 minutes and 2 seconds of round 1. Okay. So Tyler will knock you out in the first round a lot. Most of his fights don't make it out of the first round for good or ill for him. So
he's aggressive as shit out of the gate.
Yeah, he's going in. There's no doors to rip off, no windows to break. He doesn't know what to do. He tries to hip toss the referee. If he can't get a hold of him, then he's got to handle his business, I guess.
Sure.
So he's 4-1 now, Tyler. December 17th, 2009, like less than 3 weeks later, at the San Manuel Casino in Highland, California. Where the fuck is that?
I don't even know where that is.
Dude, inland California is so much.
Oh,
that's all
inland,
desert casinos. It's all.
As soon as you get into the what is I forget that county. It's the doesn't matter.
Ones you
Imperial. It's Imperial County.
Look up real estate in California. If you can afford it, that's what we're talking about. Basically, anything that. That's the shit part. You know what I mean?
And then look at the pictures, and if you're like, are you sure this is in California? That's what we're talking about.
Yes. You go, this looks like New Mexico, maybe Arizona, maybe Nevada. They did nuclear testing here, right? That's
the place.
That's you or me or Jimmie can afford that. At that point, that's what we're talking about.
Right.
Not, that looks nice. Why is it $4 million? That's none of that. No casinos.
That looks decent, like a family house. Why is that $12 million?
Yeah, why is that 1,800 square foot house $4.5 million? What's going on? So, he fights San Manuel Casino, Highland, California. King of the Cage, Fight for Hope. Fight number 4, Hope. I don't know what this is about. This is in December, so it's not like a breast cancer. You know, I don't know what the.
Is there a Toys for Tots drive with this?
I don't know. Fight for Hope. They're raising money for the next generation. We need to give steroids to the next generation of 11th graders so they can hip toss young women. I feel like so. Need to fight for the hope of it.
Getting human growth hormone for the underprivileged.
There's so many people's mothers that have gone unkicked, and we can't have it anymore. It's just been terrible. They're fathers whose heads have not been stomped into concrete, and we need to do this. So December 17, 2009, Tyler is the main event tonight on this night. So it's his first main event. He fights Tony Kryptonite Lopez.
Hell yeah.
So this guy, his career record 64-32. You rarely see MMA fighters with 96 career fights. That's just not a thing.
And 60% of those are wins. That's pretty incredible.
That's what I mean. That's a guy who is very experienced, knows how to do shit, and if he's having any problems with a guy, knows how to tie him up and get through the round. We talk about that in boxing a lot when you face these journeymen, and you'll be like, oh, he's 81-66. Like, oh, he's going to be a pushover, and then our guy who's like an up and comer will go the distance with this guy, and you're like, how did that happen? Right. Because that guy knows how not to get hit. He knows how to hold, and he knows how to survive, basically.
And what was this guy's name who he's fighting right now?
Tony Kryptonite Lopez.
You've never heard of him. No. Nobody's ever heard of that guy.
No one's heard of Kryptonite
That's the most
Lopez.
dangerous man in every bar that he goes to.
If you see this guy walking around, he will fucking rip your head off your shoulders.
And you have no idea until he does it.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, by the way, I'm going to take a quick caveat again. Oh, you know what? No, I'll save it for later to talk about this. I'm going to talk about Jake Paul here for a minute in a while.
Oh, boy.
Because I have some opinions on it.
Both of them.
Yeah, the one who's fighting. That's Jake, right?
Both of them are. Logan's going to fight Floyd now.
But I mean the one who actually is fighting people.
Logan's going to fight Floyd, James. That's not Jake
ridiculous.
Paul that's doing it. It's the brother that's doing that
But
now.
the one who's been fighting, who just fought the MMA
Jake,
fighter.
yeah.
Okay, that's Jake. I want to talk about that because I have been inundated with messages asking, what's your opinion on this? I don't know why anybody wants my opinion on anything, but if you want it, I'll give it to you. Well, my opinion is worthless. Who cares? I'm not an expert on anything. I don't fucking know anything. So, it doesn't matter. I don't mean like don't ask me. I just mean I don't know why you care. But thank you for caring, and I'm happy to give it to you, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. So this fight goes all 5 rounds, and it's a split decision loss for Tyler. So he's 4-2. See, Kryptonite knows how to work the system, I feel like.
Listen, he spoils Superman.
Yeah, I mean, how are you going to beat him? So January of 2010, this is the next month, he's training here, and he's at, what is this, Fit NHB. I don't know what that is. Some fighting center where they're training, some training center. And we've talked about this before as well, this incident. He gets in an altercation with Charles Crazy Horse Bennett this night. Do you guys remember this shit? They have a sparring session, which the sizes are off there, number one. And Charles Bennett gets really pissed off, leaves the gym, comes back with a metal pipe and just starts beating the shit out of Tyler with a fucking metal pipe. He evens up the odds, we'll put it that way. You got some weight on me. This pipe.
In this case, it's hard to determine who's the asshole.
Oh, my God. That's what I mean. Who knows what Tyler was doing to piss him off? But either way, I think, especially in the place that you're training, beating the man with a metal pipe is probably not. Do you want to step outside would be a more professional way to handle that, maybe. And then you sneak attack him with a pipe. That's fine. But to burst into the gym and beat the guy with a pipe in front of everybody seems like you're asking for trouble.
The bridge too far.
It is, but Tyler gets his ass whooped with a pipe anyway, and Charles Crazy Horse was arrested and charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, if we remember. And that was one of his, this was at the many arrests. This was at the No Holds Bar gym is what it was.
That's the NHB. There you go.
NHB, No Holds Bar gym, sparring session. That is fucking crazy, man. February 12th, 2010. So that happened in January, and a month later he's fighting again. So a month after being pummeled with a pipe, he's like, I'll get out there. That's wild. This is at the Inn of the Mountain of the Gods Resort and Casino. You can't have the twice in your title. It's too many.
It's too many.
Too much. King of the Cage, Vengeance. Vengeance will be mine. He fights Tony Lopez here, which isn't that
the guy you just fought?
Yes, it's the guy he just fought. Yeah, he fought him twice in a row. Yes, same guy. Right. Kryptonite again. So he fights Kryptonite here. This time it does not go the distance, though. It doesn't even get out of the first round as he loses by submission to a triangle choke.
I'm telling you, Tony's a bad man.
Tony's a bad motherfucker, and I think anybody inexperienced is going to have a lot of trouble with Tony because he knows tricks because he's fought 96 goddamn fights. So guys like that, no tricks. Unless you're supremely talented and can just crush him, he's going to probably kick your ass. One of those things. So 4-3 now for Tyler. So it's not looking so good for him at this very moment.
No.
In time. But he turns it around here, though. May 14th, 2010. He's at the Inn of the Mountain of the Gods of the thing of the place of the time. Shit, go somewhere else. I'm tired of saying it. This is King of the Cage Honor.
Yeah.
I hate their one-word names. I hate Vengeance and Honor and shut up.
At least they've deviated from the car references. I was waiting for them to go with 5W30 full synthetic.
Full synthetic. 93 octane.
Yeah.
Mobile 1 clarity.
It's only a matter of time before they have to start getting sponsorship from the car people, man.
King of the Cage.
Yeah.
Chevron with Techron. What the fuck? Why?
It's getting too much.
It's getting to be a little much, my friend. That's awesome. Here he fights Raphael Bergman, who's 4-1 coming in, and then he loses his next 4 fights after this fight and retires, and that's it. Okay. So doesn't do a great job here. This fight lasts 45 seconds.
Awesome.
Round 1, 45 seconds. Tyler knocks him out with punches. They gave him a tomato can. They were like, here's a guy you can pummel in a minute and get your confidence back because, I mean, he had a bad month. Over the course of a month, he was beaten with a pipe and then choked out and had to submit. That's a bad month, you know?
I've never had a month that bad.
I was just going to say, I've never had a month even close to that, where I was beaten with a pipe and then choked to the point of submission. That seems like a lot for one person to handle.
Although there were several months where I woke up in that 4th week and felt that way. It did not happen, though.
But not quite. No. Jesus Christ. So he's 5-3 now. July 24th, 2010, he fights at the Cherokee Casino in Claremore, Oklahoma.
All right.
Man, these fucking rural casinos. God help us all. This is Freestyle Cage Fighting 43.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Freestyle.
He fights Toby Tillman, who I'll just give you an idea of his physique when I tell you he's 6'1", 265 pounds.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's not cut. We'll put it that way. He's not like he's not a bodybuilder who's 6'1", 265. He's just a big fat guy.
He's the toughest uncle you've ever had. That's what he is.
If you have a problem, if somebody messes with your sister, you get him to go talk to the guy. Hey, get over here, you son of a guy. He's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That's the DJ that revolves it.
Yeah, big time. So 3-0 coming in, this guy is. So looks like he's an up-and-comer, right? I mean,
sure.
Toby's 3-0, only this is his last fight. So
really?
Yeah, I feel like he thought this was fun, and then he got into the ring with somebody who he was not in the same class as and went, oh, this is stupid. Why am I doing this? I can't, this is terrible. He loses, or Tyler beats Toby in 57 seconds in the first round, knocks him out with punches. So that's quick, 6-3. It's at this point where, remember that high school gym class beating that we were discussing before? Well, the victim here, Ivan Freire, who's the victim, he followed up with a civil lawsuit as well here.
Oh, shit.
Against both Tyler and the Bellin Consolidated Schools. So I guess for letting it go on. And the judge here, a judge in the 13th Judicial District, Judge John Pope. I mean, he's a judge and a pope. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Judge Pope you a doctor? Dr. Judge Pope. Hello. And then he's going to run for president. He's going to be PhD. President Dr. Judge Pope. So he signed off on a default judgment for against Tyler for $244,180.
There you go.
So, Tyler's supposed to pay him that money now. Yeah. Only he doesn't. Because
that's not going to be good.
He's a dirtbag. So
that's the thing about high school fights, man. It can end up ruining your life because of this. I have a friend that had to go. He went off to the military, and all of his military money went to the kid who he exploded his orbital socket when he was 17 years old.
That's what I'm saying. Kids are very expensive. I know somebody who his wife wants to have another baby, and he's like, not right now. And she said, well, then we're getting a pool. And we'll get and I was telling him, that's a lot. We fit the math. The pool is way cheaper. We'll put it that way. A pool is never going to, a pool isn't going to get anybody pregnant. A pool has never gotten anybody pregnant. A pool has never gotten sued for you. A pool has never curb stomped its father. Never kicked his mother in the sternum.
Right. A pool's never driven out of the driveway in your car while you were sleeping and T-boned an old person in a fucking intersection while they're drunk as shit.
T-boned a station wagon full of nuns. Yeah, that's what it would be.
3 o'clock in the morning after I went to some high school party.
Short bus full of divinity students.
Although if your fucking neighbor's kid drowns in your pool, then you're in a lot of trouble too. But that's on you at that point.
You got to watch out for that. You got to keep them out. But otherwise, I mean, pools don't go to college. No. Pools never need an attorney. Pools are, so once it's in, it's in. So kids are very expensive, and this shows it because Tyler gets sued up here. You
have better memories on Saturdays in the summer with your pool than you will with your kid anyway.
That's fucking great. So Frere here, the victim, he pursues a wage garnishment against Tyler. Yeah, goes for the wage garnishment and named various MMA entities, including Jackson's MMA Series LLC, MMA Fight Pit LLC, and Fight Pit promoters Nick Montoya and Tory Crooks as garnishees. Are you kidding me? A fucking MMA promoter's name is Crooks? That's amazing.
Yeah.
Crooks.
His parents had better foresight than Fat Joe's parents.
Yeah, I would say so. That's great. Fat Joe's parents. Yeah, we'll just name him Fat, I guess. Look at him. That's hilarious. I knew a kid that with the last name Rotundo, and he was fat, and I was like, that's fat. In high school. So we just called him Joey Round all the time because he was round and his last name was Rotundo. Hey, Joey Round. I swear to God. I shit you not. You're like, that's just terrible, man. You need, like, if anybody, I would be like doing sit-ups like nobody's business. Like I was training like Rocky for the Ivan Drago fight if my last name was Rotundo.
Every goddamn day.
Every day. And it was just, oof, that's rough.
I mean, just playing the odds, somebody in the family's bound to be heavier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're in a fucking America.
Yeah, it was the whole family. It was a bunch of Italians, too. They were eating. Kid could put away some ziti, I'm assuming, you know? It just looked like it.
That
you could
is
put away,
incredible.
You could put away some fucking men of God, if you know what I mean. Poor son of a bitch. I remember when I first met him, I'm like, that's not his real name. And then it's his real name. I was like, wow. Holy shit. I heard a teacher say it.
I can't call you that.
Yeah. I felt bad. Then I heard a teacher say it.
Why
I was
not?
like, oh,
everybody
man,
else does because it's on my fucking birth certificate.
Jesus Christ. Oh, it's so bad, man.
If anybody's predisposed, it's that guy, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's right there in the name. Some things are in a name. Some things are all in a name. So
I feel so bad for him.
I know. I wonder what happened to him. I'll have to find out. So back to Tyler here. The general manager of Jackson Winklejohn and promoter of Jackson's MMA series said neither of these entities pay Tyler. So they don't have any, they can't garnish shit.
Yeah.
He says, because we don't conduct... Yeah, I don't pay him. What am I going to... Otherwise, that would be just robbing him. If I just...
Yeah.
If I got you money from him, it would be that I have to knock him out and take it because I don't, you know. So he says, because we don't conduct financial business with Tyler and have no financial interest in Tyler, the business is between who paid him, Tyler East, and not Jackson Winklejohn Mixed Martial Arts or the Jackson's MMA series. According to Crooks, this is great. They quote the Crooks guy. We're respecting the writ of garnishment. Other than that, I don't know much about the case. So that basically, this poor guy who got beat up in gym class has to hunt down these fly-by-night fucking MMA places to try to get, try to get in between him. And the way it's hard because if you're employed with somebody, if you have a job, you work for, whatever. If you work for fucking McDonald's and they know you work for McDonald's, they serve McDonald's and McDonald's garnish your wages. But if you work for different entities all the time on a freelance, independent contractor basis, and on top of that, you are, your fights aren't even like, you don't even know what they're going to be till 3 weeks before that. So you have nothing to garnish. And then you'll sign a contract and fight a month later and then you're done with that entity. So unless that person knew you were fighting, had a thing filed, served, and executed all before you got to that fight, there'd be no way to do it. So
you almost got to go to every single person that does MMA fighting at all and fucking serve every single one of them.
Yeah, and even then, it's really hard because new ones could pop up. It could pop up under a different thing. I mean, you would almost have to follow the guy on social media, see when he announces a fight, and then immediately go to your lawyer, have those papers drawn up, and have that garnishment served on that company if you could serve it right away. It's a pain in the ass, so it would be, it's exhausting.
In the 1980s, a rosé swept the country.
Hey, Mike, I really like this White Zinfandel.
Well, good. Now put it down. We're going to try another one.
White Zin became America's top-selling wine. But most don't know that this sweet drink has a sour history. What began in 1986 with counterfeit bottles.
A big fraud, a multi-million-dollar fraud.
Sent investigators chasing one of the most powerful families in the business, the Licciardis. But the closer the feds got to them, the more dangerous things became. It's a story of deceit.
At the time, I was paranoid.
Threats.
You touch my kids, I will kill you.
And murder.
With a .22 caliber bullet to the head.
What started with a scheme to mislabel wine spilled into a blood-soaked battle for succession. Welcome to Bloodvines. You can binge listen to Bloodvines exclusively and ad-free on Wondery Plus. Join Wondery Plus in the Wondery app, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify. In the 1980s, a rosé swept the country.
Hey, Mike, I really like this White Zinfandel.
Well, good. Now put it down. We're going to try another one.
White Zin became America's top-selling wine. But most don't know that this sweet drink has a sour history. What began in 1986 with counterfeit bottles.
A big fraud, a multi-million-dollar fraud.
Sent investigators chasing one of the most powerful families in the business, the Licciardis. But the closer the feds got to them, the more dangerous things became. It's a story of deceit.
At the time, I was paranoid.
Threats.
You touch my kids, I will kill you.
And murder.
With a .22 caliber bullet to the head.
What started with a scheme to mislabel wine spilled into a blood-soaked battle for succession. Welcome to Bloodvines. You can binge listen to Bloodvines exclusively and ad-free on Wondery Plus. Join Wondery Plus in the Wondery app, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify.
So August 13th, 2010, here he fights. This is King of the Cage, Imminent Danger. Stupid. He fights, oh my goodness, he fights Estevez Jones. It's Estevez Jones, MMA fighter and 70s blaxploitation film character. Estevez Quiet Riot Jones. Here he is, everybody. Oh, man. He's back. It's been a while since we've talked to Estevez.
It has.
Had him anywhere around. He hasn't been in an episode. So Estevez is 5-0 coming into this fight, too. So here we go. Estevez is ready to go. Motherfucker. He's like, hell yeah, let's do this. Motherfucker, I'm going to fight Cody East. So he's doing it. He is 8-7 for his career here. And by the way, or he fight Tyler East. Cody East was Estevez's last fight. Wow. So he fights both the brothers, and Cody beats him into retirement. So this fight only lasts 42 seconds as Tyler wins by TKO with knees and punches. 42 seconds. So
striking.
5-0, he comes in, Quiet Riot here, Estevez, and then he leaves with a totally different career path. He ends up being 8-7 for his career, so it didn't quite go. We see so many of these MMA guys like that. Start out hot and then lose once, and then they're just 500 the rest of their career. It's rough. September 4th, 2010,
right.
The Lucky Star Casino again. Oh, yeah, baby. This is...
it's the place to be.
You know it. This is... C3 fights, Knockout, Rockout, Weekend 5.
Oh, boy.
Knockout. What band do you think they had? I feel like there's a band that plays
I half expected Knockout, Rockout with our cock out. That's what I certainly expected.
Yeah, there's a band there. I just know there is, and I'm just dying to know what band's taking the weekend off from the state fair circuit to fucking come by here.
Yeah.
What fucking John Cassidy and the Beaver Brown Band is going to be making its way over to the Knockout Rockout Weekend 5? What do you think? Just like random like shit country acts?
It's either that or like one of those bands that got all their albums stolen by Led Zeppelin, like Taurus.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
some like Southern blues band that never made anything because a big band robbed them.
Fucking robbed them blind. Somebody got Robin Williams, and there they go. They're screwed. So he fights Brian Heaton, who is, by the way, Brian Heaton's physical stats, 5'11", 265.
My God.
You know what that tells me? Athlete.
Yeah.
Fuck. 5'11", 265. But he's a good fighter, though. 31-17 for his career. So
Not
a
bad.
damn good fighter. This fight goes all 3 rounds, and it's a unanimous decision win for Tyler. So Tyler is up to 8-3 now. Not too shabby here. That's pretty damn good. Up to 8-3, starting to get better. People are chasing him for wage garnishments. Holy shit. June 24th, 2011. This is at the WinStar Casino in Thackerville, Oklahoma.
Oh,
Dude,
my.
What kind of life is this? Thackerville, Oklahoma?
Thackerville.
Thackerville.
Yeah.
The WinStar Casino. Gross. King of the Cage, Epic Force. Jesus Christ, man. King of the Cage, fucking inadequate penis is what it should be called. These names are just too aggressive. He fights, this is the best nickname maybe of all time, Nick Gaston, whose nickname is Afrozilla. What do you think?
Hell
Top
yeah.
3 of all time? Afrozilla?
Maybe so, yeah.
That goes up there with vampire fucking, what was it? Jesus Christ.
Gorilla Pimp?
The Gorilla Pimp. It goes with the vampire whatever slayer there. The the Goosis there, the Evangelos Goosis. It's up there, Afrozilla. I like that one. He's 5-0 coming in, Afrozilla is. So
not bad.
a promising career for the Afrozilla man. This, though, is his last fight. So 5-0, and then he changes his mind. Tyler wins by TKO with punches in round 2 at 2 minutes and 40 seconds. So there's that. 9-3 for Tyler at this point. Now, here we go. August. Well, before we get to this, well, you know what? I'll save the Jake Paul thing for the end. We'll do that at the end. Okay. August 13th, 2011. This is at The Pit in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. It's all the way back home,
Pit?
baby.
Is it a barbecue restaurant, though, The Pit?
It's either a barbecue restaurant or an actual pit just dug into the earth that people fight in. And then people stand on the outer edges of the pit and yell and like throw things at them. I think that's how it goes. Throw rocks and money and, whatever the hell they want at them. Yeah. So The Pit. This is MMA Fight Pit Genesis. That's the name of this. MMA Fight Pit. God damn it. He fights Prince McLean this night. A man whose name is Prince. He's 7-8 for his career, and this is his last fight, Prince McLean. So in this fight, though, John Jones is in Tyler's corner for some reason.
Bones?
Yeah, I guess they're fighting. They're both fighting at Jackson Winklejohn Mixed Martial Arts together.
Okay.
And John Jones was the current champion, I think, at that time, the light heavyweight champion. And he goes out and he's in his corner, and Tyler wins by TKO with punches and elbows in round 1 at 1 minute and 33 seconds. So he's killing it. Problem is, he's 10-3 overall. He must have gotten really excited about this fight, is the thing. He must have really gotten jacked up about winning this fight in front of John Jones and feeling all good about himself and feeling himself, because afterwards he goes out and fucking parties.
Yeah.
Hard. Very hard, including a bunch of cocaine. Now,
oh boy.
The problem with that is he is required every once in a while to take drug tests for his probation. Remember that probation he's on? He has to take drug tests for that. And he fails a drug test for cocaine and violates his probation. So, not great. And it comes out that this is not his first probation violation in the year he's been on probation as well. We'll find out he basically was caught carrying a fake ID at one point, harassing a girlfriend at one point. There's several instances of police involvement while he's on probation. This is not wonderful here. So he gets booked into the Valencia County Detention Center, and this is on August 15th. He has the fight, I think, on the 13th, and then like the next day or 2 days later fails a drug test. So
wow.
Bad news there. He's booked in. He's kept on no bond because it's on a violation, so he's got to get a hearing on it and all that kind of shit. And the corrections spokesman said that he'll remain in jail until they fucking figure it out, basically. And they said that a commission official said a pre-fight. They were talking. Did they catch it at the MMA organization? Were they screening for drugs, and did they catch it as well? And they what is this? The sanctioning body, the New Mexico Athletic Commission. They talked about the pit card, the card at the pit. The commission official said the pre-fight urine screening is random. Sometimes nobody's screened at all, and the results are confidential. They couldn't say that for sure that anyone had been screened from the August 13th card, but they can. But he had not heard of any non-negative results. So he might have gotten tested, but basically he didn't hear anybody fail a drug test that night, so he probably didn't get tested or whatever. But he ends up saying that he did it after the fight anyway. The commission official says it tests for 5 things: marijuana, cocaine, opiates, PCP, and amphetamines.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, really, you should probably only test for 4 of those things, I would say, out of the 5. Weed is not going to help anybody. PCP, I wouldn't want to fight a guy who's on PCP. That would be, I don't know how skilled he would be, but it'd be really hard to beat him. Amphetamines.
I almost want him to test for marijuana because I don't want one of these guys to get their ass kicked because they're not
because they're not safe.
Mobile
they're like, hey, man,
to fight.
Chill out. Opiates, obviously, it can take a little more pain if you're all jacked up on painkillers. And coke and amphetamines, I mean, you see what happens there. You rip doors off. So that's what happened. The commission also does tests for steroids, but it's a separate and also random test that they also don't say anything about. So November of 2011, there is a protective order filed against him as well. This is from his girlfriend, who's granted a temporary restraining order, and they have to appear in court to figure out what the hell's going on here. According to a report here, right after that, he ends up in rehab for coke. So, yes, from an incident with his girlfriend that happens that we'll discuss here. So he basically, the state's probation and parole division said he tested positive for cocaine on August 15th. He admitted snorting 2 lines of cocaine on August 13th, the day he won his fight there. He said that basically they gave him kind of a test, a choice, and we'll talk about that in a sec. But he's got to go to rehab. They said that he also violated his probation by using a fake ID that was like his brother's ID, but with his picture on it. Yeah. He used Cody's ID with his picture on it, but it had all of Cody's like age, date,
all his information,
hair, height, weight, because Cody's like 2 inches shorter. So it's hilarious. Also accused of harassment by a former girlfriend, and a different ex-girlfriend was granted a temporary restraining order against him. This is all he's on probation, for fuck's sake. Also,
he's
there's a
bad
pending.
Man.
He's a bad guy. There's also a pending harassment charge against him as well from somebody else.
Boy, oh boy.
A third woman. His ex-girlfriend, Lene Baker, told police that he called her and accused her of taking several modeling posters featuring his current girlfriend. Took a bunch of posters? I don't know from where or what the fuck.
Care?
I don't know, but he accused her of taking them. And the police report says Baker, who's the woman there who was accusing him, Baker stated that Tyler East told her... Wow. Quote, she better return the posters or he would burn her house down. That's... I said that to Jimmie, and he stared at me for about half a second before that laugh came out, where he was like, did he just say, return the posters or I'm going to burn your house down? Those are very different. Hand me that remote or I'm going to shoot you in the fucking face. Like, what? They're really different things.
At that point, you're going to lose the posters, too.
Yeah. Well, if I can't have them, no one can. I'll burn them and the goddamn house to the ground.
Those will burn.
So this is the type of thing he's doing on probation. And that's only one of the women. There's 2 other women that have, one says that he harassed her and the other one has a restraining order against him. So this is a lot.
He wants to be in every woman's life? What is this?
Yeah, and he's got a current girlfriend, too. It's like, holy shit, dude. Calm down.
Move on,
Fuck.
sir.
Yeah. Can we? This is not okay. Other infractions in the report included association with his ex-girlfriend, whose her name is Sherry Bustos. Her children, the report said, were victims in the child endangerment case that was eventually dismissed, involving him and her. So he's not allowed to be around her or her kids, but he's there anyway, even though he's on probation. The report mentions an child endangerment charge East faced in January, when he also violated his probation by having a weapon in his possession as well. So harassment, restraining order. I'll burn your house down. I'm around a woman whose kids I was charged with fucking endangering and having a weapon on me. This is all while he's on probation. Oh, by the way, he's like 19 years old.
He loves hurting other people like a lot. That's his favorite thing.
He's not even drinking age yet. This is fucking, we've never had this kind of, this is crazy. He's out of his mind.
How do you get there? Does it start with mom being arrested?
I think it starts with mom being arrested. Mom's arrested, and then it all goes downhill from there. He was a straight A student before that. Weighed 140 pounds and was very calm and just liked to play video games, watch TV.
Whose fucking fault is this?
This is a goddamn mess. Well, he ends up in court, in drug court, for the cocaine violation, because all that other shit, the cocaine violation is the worst violation of his probation, obviously. Sure. So what he says is, let's do it. You want to do it in their own words here in court?
I love it. Yeah.
I want to hear what he says to a judge to try to get his shit reduced here. Let's see here. Let's do it in their own words. Quote, I have been through a lot and I have made some poor decisions in my life, but I really want to move forward from this. I'm willing to do whatever it takes and whatever the court wants me to do to prove that I could be out in society and I can handle issues of daily life. I really want to move forward with my career, and I want to be there for my family and all the people that have followed me. I don't want to let people down anymore. I want to do good. I am going to stay out of trouble and really work on getting my life together. I'm going to work on positive things in my life, being a positive role model for my kids and the people that are following me. This has been a big turning point in my life, and I'm going to make the best out of it.
I believe him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you, though?
I do.
It's all, when you look at it, you're like, all of his history says, okay, he's full of shit. But then at the other point, you go, he's fucking like barely 20. Yeah. So, I mean, maybe he's a jerk off.
For him, not just for him, for the rest of society, because somebody's going to get punched by this guy.
A lot of people are going to get punched by this guy. It's messed up. And it's anybody young like that, like I've said before, I've been watching a lot of the First 48 lately, and you just see tons of people being arrested for murder. So as you watch that, you know how many of these fucking people are 20, 19, 21, and you're like, dude, that person doesn't even know what they're doing yet. You know what I mean?
How over their life is.
They don't know
scenario.
They don't know how long life is.
Right.
When you're 20, you have no idea how long life is. You're like, I mean, a couple more years I'll probably last, then I'll check out. You have no idea. It's going to go on and on and on and on. And, you're going to not want to be in prison while it's happening. So it's a little bit crazy. So that's what he says. And basically, he ends up in a rehabilitation program that he has to enroll. It's an outpatient cocaine addiction rehabilitation program that provides for personal and group counseling 3 times a week and the delivery of a bi-weekly status update. That doesn't sound like enough. Yeah. I don't think that sounds like enough.
That sounds like what you give a girl named Buffy who drives a Porsche and her dad is a day trader. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And he hired her a really good lawyer.
Right. Stop doing coke, Buffy. All right, Dad. This is not what you give a man who beats people.
He's dangerous, and he threatened to burn a woman's house down. That's a lot, man. That's
endangered
heavy.
Children.
That's the other thing, endangering children.
Women and children are not safe around this giant man who's crafted himself into a beating machine.
Yeah, no shit. So if he refuses to comply with the court, the judge said that he would be required to serve out the rest of his probation in prison, which is like another year and a half. The court made an offer to him to wear a 24-hour monitoring bracelet or go to rehab. Those are his options. Since he can't train or fight with the bracelet on, obviously, he picked to go to rehab. But it's not even going to rehab. He just has to go there during the day a couple times a week. That's not really
he's going home is where he's going.
Yeah, he could do more coke if you wanted to.
Right.
So he's violating and violating. They told him one more slip up and it's for prison there. So there you go. You're going to prison, asshole.
Yeah.
I feel like he doesn't believe it, though. It doesn't
One
seem
more
like
mistake.
the type. Just doesn't seem like a type that would take that seriously. You know what I mean?
You know how many times I said that to my own kids? One more time, goddammit.
One more time. There's no
30 times later. One more time, I tell you.
That's the truth, man. It's true. And they were saying he's going to go for the rest of his probationary period, which is almost 2 years. That's the threat here.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't buy it. And he seems like the type, dude, that's a lot of probation violations, man. Yeah. All of those things added up, all the harassments, that's so much, dude. Fake ID. This is bullshit. Like, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. But, so anyway, the only thing he can really do, he's supposed to go do his training, go to rehab, and go home. That's really all he's supposed to do here. So can you imagine him pacing the floors at home, wanting to go out and just, I need to beat people up and do coke and harass women, please. Yeah. Where's a woman I can fuck with, goddammit? I want to burn someone's house down, but I want to tell them I'm going to burn their house down. See, and right now I can't. I got to say it right to their face so they know I'm fucking serious. Otherwise, he could be like, oh, yeah, he's going to burn my house down, whatever.
Right.
So he's sitting around at home, bored and angry and thinking of who he's going to threaten as soon as he has the freedom to move around more and all this sort of shit. And suddenly, out of nowhere, there's a knock at the door. And he's not expecting anyone. He's expecting no one. He thinks maybe it's Cody coming over to talk and compare notes on how to be a complete fuck up and disaster in your life and have society fear you. But it turns out he swings the door open going, Cody, and it's not Cody. It's Vince McMahon, CEO and chairman of the WWE. And he says, how is it you've come to arrive here? My God, you magnificent bastard. Look at you. You're 6'5". You're glistening. Yeah. You're clearly willing to jam whatever kind of drugs it takes into your body. I know how you came to arrive here. Your family's a fucking disaster. Look at them. You kicked your mother your brother kicked your mother and curb stomped your father. Your parents let you party. Your brother's a fuck up. He's very talented, though. I'd like to see him as well. I haven't had a chance to talk to him, but your brother's a talented fuck up. It reminds me of something. That's right. You're like the perfect wrestling family. Think about all the wrestling you could be the next Jake the Snake. You could do it. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you something. Are you a product of your father raping your mother while on a date with your grandmother? If it's true, you're going to be the world champion. Oh, take your shirt off. Let's see what you wear. Hey, I brought overalls. Put them on. But no, I don't want to go. But oh God, I got to get out of here. I'm going to explode. Oh, he's perfect. Poof. In a cloud of 1099s. He's gone.
Minimum, hang on to this Heart Foundation shirt.
Yeah, here you go.
This is for you.
Here you go. Yeah, this is a wrestling family, is what it sounds
like.
It really is, man. So January 20th, 2012, still fighting, though. He's still out there. This is at the UCCU Center in Orem, Utah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The CC part is community college.
I think that's community college is what I believe that is. World Championship Full Contact Last Man Standing 2.
Is there a last contact MMA fight? What is that?
Full contact. The only place I don't think you can hit somebody in the nutsack, which that guy beat Joe's son by pummeling his nutsack. Yeah. So maybe you can punch a guy's nutsack. I'm not sure. That's still the greatest footage ever. Just wailing on a man's nutsack.
Mashing on his balls.
Only because you know he's a horrible serial rapist. So you're like, good. Beat him into his body.
They should have done that to death.
Oh, God. He fights Rodrigo Artilheiro. This guy's first fight was a draw, so technically he's 0-0 coming in, and this is his last fight. So he fights twice to unsatisfactory results. A draw and his ass whooped. This is a unanimous decision, though. It goes the whole 3 rounds, but right. Tyler wins. He's 11-3 now. Not bad. Now on this, he fights again in the same event. So it's a two-fight night for him. He fights Fabiano Pietragallo Scherner. Pietragallo is his nickname. Pega-leve. Pietragallo, I don't know what the fuck that means, but he's an 11-11 career fighter, and Tyler beats him in 36 seconds with punches. Wow. So doesn't take long here. This is which he needed a quick fight after he goes to the distance in the last one. Right. 12-3 for Tyler now. Look at this. It's a good record. March 10th, 2012, King of the Cage breakthrough. Yeah. Here it is. Oh boy. He fights Tracy Willis, who could use a breakthrough because he's 11-21 in his career. So he could use some kind of breakthrough. This
like cheap toilet paper. That's a hell of a breakthrough.
Breaking through his defense is what ends up happening, and then he gets knocked out. Yeah. And this is a TKO submission to punch. It's a submission to punches. So Tyler punched him so much he quit.
Those are my favorite. I think that's the best way to end the fight.
I love that so much.
That's a TKO. That's a KO, isn't it? I mean, I get
it's a TKO. It counts as because it's stopped. It's not a knockout,
right?
So, but it's a
it's ref
hilarious.
That's like, Jesus, you're gonna kill him.
You know what I'm saying? They were like waiting for the ref to come in and step in, and they're like, he's not stopping this. I quit. Fuck it. Never mind. Which is, I've never seen that in a boxing match ever.
No.
Have you? I've seen the guys not come out of the corner for a fight, but for the next round. But I've never seen anyone in a hail of punches just wave it off. I'm done. I quit. I've never, ever fucking happened.
I've seen the fucking towel get flung from the corner in the midst of a flurry. That's awesome.
But
I've
never seen a guy just throw his hands up and quit. Probably because unless the ref steps in, you throwing your hands up and quitting doesn't mean anything, and that guy can still beat the shit out of you while you're quitting. I quit. Oh, God. Jesus, I said I quit. Stop hitting me. Fuck.
So if you don't want to get knocked out, putting your hands up is a surefire way to get knocked out.
That'll do it. Yeah. I quit. No, that's not how that works. So, anyway, 11-21. He's 13-3 now after this fight, after this guy submits to punches. I give up. March 20th, 2012, he's got some legal issues again here. 21 years old, and he is arrested on domestic violence charges.
God damn
it. In the end, he ends up striking his girlfriend in the jaw, breaking her jaw, and knocking her unconscious.
Oh, my God.
Broke
her jaw.
Yeah, you know how hard you got to hit somebody pretty fucking hard to break their jaw.
I mean, I've seen dudes get their jaws broken, but you can't break a woman's jaw.
Dude, that's insanity.
Boy, oh boy,
that's insanity. He just hit her like she was his opponent.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He hit her like a man,
like she was Estevez Jones or something. This isn't right.
He punched her like she could take it.
Yeah, like she's a professional fighter or something.
Right.
She claimed that this stemmed from his cocaine use as well. So this isn't good when you're on probation for an aggravated battery conviction. That's probably bad. Basically, he's going to plead no contest to this and have to spend the rest of his probation in jail. Another year he's going to have to do in jail after this. The court ordered he be held until June 2013 after he admitted to having a, quote, major relapse on his cocaine issue. And he assaulted his ex-girlfriend while, quote, on a cocaine binge.
Yeah.
So the criminal complainant here, her name is Sherry Armijo. She told police that East kicked in the door to his friend's house after he had left the residence, quote, to go look for cocaine.
Boy, oh boy.
So this is how it started. He said, I'm going out looking for coke, went out and left, and then came back sometime later and announced his presence by kicking the door open.
Oh, my.
You're like, oh, shit. Either he found coke or he really didn't find any coke. One of the two.
And let this be a lesson to you, too. If you're in a relationship where a guy beats up the house, get the fuck out because in blood sport, you're nixed. He's going to come for you.
If he hits things, that's not a good thing. Hitting things is bad. That's a lot of rage in there.
If he beats up the house and your drywall and doors are fucked up, you're going to get hit at some point.
What if there's no door around?
Right.
You know what I mean? Or he's on coke.
What happens when he breaks all the doors?
Yeah. What's next? He's not going to move on to windows. They are more expensive. It's going after you. Now, he apparently came in, kicked the door open, kicked the door off the hinges, as a matter of fact, and then struck her and knocked her to the ground, and then hit her in her left side of her jaw with his knee. He kneed her. That's how he broke her jaw, with a fucking vicious knee lift. He had
to jump and put his knee into her face.
That's brutal. Well, he knocked her down first, and then probably held her head up and fucking bashed her with his knee.
Wow.
Think about how vicious that is to do to somebody, to do to a fucking woman, especially, that you're guaranteed way bigger than. He's got to have 100 pounds on this woman and probably a foot in height as well, and he's like, I'll knock her down and knee her in the face.
Did he do this in front of people, James?
Oh, yeah. This was at somebody's house. This wasn't even in his own house. This was at somebody's house.
Because he kicked in a friend's door.
Yeah.
As a person that watches that happen, what do you do? Do you go, oh, my God? Do you go for one of your guns? What do you do?
That's what I mean. He's a giant psychopath. Do you jump in and try to fight this guy? What do you do? Hit him in the back with a fucking chair? I don't know. I mean, what else can you do? Hit him with a fucking pipe. It worked for Crazy Horse.
Yeah.
I don't know. You gotta do something. You gotta try.
I'm not even the person that fucks that guy, and he'll do that to that person. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh no, you gotta do it. You gotta do it from behind with an object. You gotta make sure.
I don't mean shit to that guy. He'll fucking kill me.
You're taking a pipe and making sure to square it up right over his ear before you fucking really give it like you line up a golf club and just really fucking wail on and make sure you're going to knock him at least half out so you can beat him more till he goes unconscious, because otherwise he's going to kill you if he's conscious. So he's being held without bond for this, and this is not wonderful at all. This is a fucking really shitty thing to do. It's aggravated battery on a household member. And it's originally kidnapping as well, because it's kidnapping, aggravated burglary, aggravated battery is the three things he's charged with. Which sound
nobody move or something like that, or you stay there. Or,
he probably said nobody's fucking leaving or something, and or held her down or whatever the hell it was. So, and he's also being charged with several probation violations as well, because he's not supposed to do any of the things he was doing. It's fucking insane. He also, later on in this, gets charged with bribery of a witness. He tries to get whoever was in the house to fucking change their story. And that doesn't work out very well. Yeah, what a fucking asshole, man. The girlfriend, she told police that he's going to kill someone one of these days. Yeah. Which is, she said that it was all over cocaine, and she said that she saw the whole thing. She labeled Tyler a violent, scary person in her statement to the court. This is her statement to the court. Yeah. And you listen to her. She knows him. I mean, it's not like she's a scorned woman. He kicked a door in and fucking kneed her in the head till she was broken and unconscious. That's a different thing. It's not like they broke up and she's like, fuck him, he's dangerous. That's not what happened.
She mumbled that through wires. You can believe her.
He's very dangerous guy. Can somebody give me a straw? I'm hungry. That's what she said.
Hungry. Yeah.
I'm starving. She says, quote, Tyler is a very violent, scary person. With all due respect, he's not only a danger to himself, he's a danger to other people. Why would you need to put the all due respect in there? All due respect to who?
Dear.
Yeah. Are you disrespectful to people to tell them they're in danger from a psychopath? I don't think so. You're good.
If it is, disrespect the shit out of that man. Yeah. He kicks you in the face with his knee.
Yeah, I'm not talking shit. I'm saying she doesn't have to put this. She can just say it. He's a danger to other people. I don't know how many times you can smack him on the hand and let him go so that he can do whatever he wants. He has no regard for people, property, or anything. Then she also said that while he was arrested for this, he got a hold of her on the phone from the Albuquerque Metropolitan County Detention Center and threatened to kill her.
Oh, my God.
While he's in jail for fucking her up. Yeah. He is calling her going, I'm going to fucking kill you too on top of this as soon as I get out of here.
Oh, boy.
Dude, what the fuck is his problem, man? This is like, I don't even know, man. What an asshole. She says, quote, it doesn't matter if he serves a year in jail or if he serves 20 years. The day that man gets out of jail, he's going to end up taking someone's life. He's that mean and he's that cruel and he has no regard for anybody but himself. That's yes. Yeah, I basically, from what we've said so far and what I've read about him and everything, I agree with that. Yeah. By the way, I think so. This guy, I was thinking about it, and I'm like, this guy needs like a fucking hobby that's not cocaine or killing people or beating people or
It should
threatening
be
people.
scrapbooking.
He needs like a relaxing hobby because I think, and not for him. I don't give a fuck how he feels. Fuck him, but for the rest of the world's safety. So I looked up a list of the 20 most relaxing hobbies that there are in the world. This is a list, and and most of these can be done in prison as well. So either way, I think it's good for him, in or out of prison. Yeah. Number 1. Well, you know what? We'll go from 20. Up to 1. Let's make it a countdown. Number 20, biking. Not going to be good in prison, but I feel like a guy like this would be good for him. This is like when you have like a hyperactive kid. You got to get their energy out. Yeah. You know, you got to come on, run around a little while. And obviously that's not, I'm not talking like clinically hyperactive, but like, just like, the kid's got a lot of energy. I gave him a fucking apple juice and it's full of sugar and now he's going. Biking. Running, number 19. Again, I think anything that makes this guy too tired to beat people up is good, probably. Hiking, number 18. Okay. I feel like the motion. Also, the accomplishment of getting to the top of the mountain might fill him with some sort of pride. Number 17, DIY. I don't know if that's fix shit in your house.
Do it yourself. Just do anything yourself. Yeah.
If your cell's toilet's broken, you can try to fix the plumbing.
There you go. Fix the car. Change the water pump. Whatever.
There's lots of stuff to do. 16, gardening.
Okay.
Imagine this guy with the little gardening gloves and a sun hat on. Just imagine that. Little gardening gloves and a clipper and a sun hat.
Taking a little finger and pushing a sunflower seed into the soil.
Just a little bloop. And then watering it with one of those watering cans with a big flower on the end, you know, where the water comes out of. That's one of those. With his little sun hat and his gloves, 6'5". That would be hilarious. That would be good. 15, yoga.
Okay.
If there's ever been a person, I'm not a big yoga person or whatever, but a lot of people they seem to love it and it helps them.
Pretty rad, yeah.
If one man on earth needs yoga, it's this fucking guy. He needs it so bad.
At minimum, even if he doesn't want to do the poses, he can just do the meditation. That's good too.
He can do something. Yeah. See, yoga would make me. Yoga wouldn't work for me because the point of it is to relax, and it would just make me furious the whole fucking time. So I would be, the end of it, I would be so amped up I need to do something to come down from yoga.
Also, you get stoned for every activity you do. So in the middle of it, you'd be like, I look like an asshole.
That's the other thing. I'd be like, we all look like assholes. You know that, right? Look around.
You see what you're doing right now? In what day of your life is that going to be useful to you? You look stupid.
You look like an asshole. Look at this asshole. If I took a picture of you and showed it to you, you'd say, wow, look like an asshole.
Get your cock in the air. What are you doing?
Come on. Why are you doing that? Number 14, Tai Chi. Another thing I feel like he's good. Golf, number 13. I don't know why I don't feel like he'd be good at golf.
There's too many weapons involved.
Yeah, but I feel like he'd take a swing and miss, and at the end he'd just hack at the ground like 45 times with the fucking club till it bends in a U, and the ball's still on the tee.
Stab somebody in his foursome that had nothing to do with it.
Nothing. Picks the ball and the tee up out of the ground and puts it in somebody's forehead.
For sure, yeah.
Then tosses the ball into the woods as far as he can and leaves.
Yeah.
I can see that. Overturns the cart. Yeah. He definitely overturned the cart. Number 12, playing an instrument. Let's get this guy a ukulele or something.
I don't know. That's so frustrating when you can't get it. Don't give him a single thing.
That's not relaxing. Cooking.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I don't feel like he's...
Still too many weapons.
There's a lot of knives involved in cooking. Pottery, number 10. Okay. That seems relaxing. Number 9, baking.
The pottery part is fine right up until the heat is involved, because clay doesn't hurt so bad when you hit somebody with it.
You could stuff somebody in a kiln and it would be bad.
You can break a pot over somebody's fucking head when it turns out like shit.
No shit. Number 9 is baking, which again, apron,
too much
those pot holder gloves.
Yeah,
floppy chef's hat, little bit of powder on his face, a little bit of flour on his face. You know what I mean? Hilarious.
Again, the frustration level when it turns out like shit. He's not cut out for this.
Why won't it rise? It said yeast. I fucking used yeast. How many eggs do I need?
There are too many baking shows where people lose their shit. This guy can't do that,
and they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Number 8, photography.
Okay.
I mean, he could photograph his victims at least anyway and document their injuries. That's a place to start, I guess.
Get out there and photograph.
Go photograph yourself. Go photograph yourself, asshole. Number 7, flower arranging. There you go.
I like.
I think that would be perfect for him.
Yeah.
They should sentence him to flower arranging. That's what they should do. Force him to flower arrange.
We can combine gardening and flower arranging into one thing. You could grow them and then arrange them.
And then, oh man, look at that. Now you're on to something. Number 6, candle making.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that relaxing? I don't want to make a fucking candle. You buy a candle and light it, and that's sort of relaxing, but don't.
Why would you make them when you can just buy it?
Candles seem like that's like making your own butter. It's like I'm sure it's great, but it seems like a lot of work for it's just butter or a candle.
It's $4.99 at the store. I'll do that.
Yeah, I'm not really that into this to go that far.
They've made that shit so cheap. There's no need.
No need. Number 5, painting.
Okay,
I guess that could be good, except all of his paintings would just be of like bloody piles of corpses.
Lots of red.
And him standing atop of it with his arms raised.
Whole bunch of red.
In his MMA outfit. I killed them all. Number 4, calligraphy. No,
again,
that sounds frustrating.
Too frustrating.
Too frustrating. That
no
would drive
way.
me nuts. Fuck, that's supposed to be thin there and wide there. God damn it. I'd lose my mind. Number 3, blogging. That's not relaxing. And then people talk shit and you have to, that's real relaxing to argue with people on the internet. That's very relaxing. You know what else is relaxing? Twitter. Very relaxing. No. Nothing where you deal with other people on the internet is relaxing. Period.
Blogging
Never.
is just self-psychology and see a doctor. That's what you need.
Yeah. Someone needs to interpret what you put out.
Right. Yeah.
Tell you about it.
You're almost there. Now you need another person.
Absolutely. Number 2, fishing, which would be good, except I feel like he would, rather than a net, he'd have a club. He'd pull it up and then beat the fish to death with a fucking club.
And fishing's great and relaxing, but only when you have booze.
Yeah.
Because if you don't catch anything there, frustration.
Imagine he pulls it back to cast it, gets the hook stuck in like a tree, and he's trying to pull it out, and the fucking line's going everywhere, and it's the noise from the drag is going. He would fucking throw that thing in the water and cut the tree down with a fucking chainsaw and set it afire.
And then beat an ex-girlfriend because it's her fault.
With one of the branches.
Right.
While it's on fire.
All of these things are going to create frustration in a dangerous person's life.
They really are. That's what I mean. This is not relaxing. Number 1, most relaxing activity in the world here, most relaxing hobby, knitting.
It's true.
It could be very relaxing, but then again, he's got weapons then, so we got to watch that.
He's got needles.
He's got pointy objects. I don't like that. So anyway, October 12th, 2013, he's at so this is after he's gone to jail for a while because his last fight was, Jesus, when was his last fight that we talked about? It was
been several years.
March 20th, 2012.
Okay.
So it's been, what is this? October, a year and a half. He served his whole probation. This is at the First Council Casino in Newkirk, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Ugh. This is C3 Fights Fall Brawl, which they just stole from WCW, what the fuck. He fights Bobby Zombie Brents.
Bobby Zombie.
Bobby Zombie. He is 5'9", 254 pounds, Jimmy. Yep.
He's a zombie because he's had 2 heart attacks by now.
Athlete. Yeah, they're like, how's he still alive? The man has no valves in his heart. How's this working?
Right. He's still fighting after bypass surgery.
He's right. The next week, he's right out there again with a cheeseburger in one hand and a glove in the other. 5'9", 254, 17-8 career. This is a no contest. I don't know what happens here, but it turns out to be a no contest. It gets waved off. It doesn't count as anything. So March 14th, 2014, the Olympus Sports Palace in Krasnodar, Russia. So now he's fighting overseas in Russia. This is Tech Krep FC, so fighting championship. Prime is the name of it. He fights Sergey Karatonov. Okay, Sergey Karatonov. He's a 30-7 career fighter, this guy.
Shit.
So pretty damn good, and you're fighting him in his home country. This is, he loses, Tyler does, by TKO with punches at 255 in round 2. So these big Russian pummels him. There you go. He's 13-4 now. The next one, October 4th, 2014, it's at the Winnevegas Casino Resort.
Winnevegas?
Winnevegas, like Winnebago, except Winnevegas, literally WINN, but then A instead of E, Vegas, Winnevegas Casino Resort. You know where this is, Jimmy?
No, but it sounds like it's in a trailer in Vegas.
Yeah, like on the south of the old Strip or something,
right? Or
north or whatever the fuck it is, on the other side of the old Strip.
It's over there near Fremont somewhere.
Yeah, in a shut down section they used to have. Winnevegas. That they put the words "win" and Vegas in there. They're like, that should work. This is in Sloan, Iowa.
It's not even in Vegas?
No, it's in Sloan, Iowa. I have no idea where that is, but wow, Sloan, Iowa. You were like, you were personally offended.
I really am.
I felt the air suck out of the room. You were such a big.
How dare you?
How dare you? Sloan, Iowa. Oh, my God.
Sloan is the brand of a toilet bowl. You know what I mean? Like, how dare you?
Yeah. Or the coach of the Utah Jazz, one of the two, but not a city with a casino in Iowa. He fights. This is King of the Cage Diversion. So diversion. So diversion from prison in his case. Versus Kevin Concrete Asplund.
Okay.
Like A.S. Plund, like ass plunder.
Yeah.
Like he's plundered an ass. He is, Concrete is his nickname, which is funny because he's very pudgy. There's nothing solid about him whatsoever.
Very soft.
Very, very soft. He's 17-2. He's a human snowball. 12 for his career. And Tyler beats him at 3 minutes and 3 seconds of round one with a TKO with punches. So good for him. He's 14-4. November 21st, 2014 at FTW, which isn't what you think. It's Fight to Win.
Okay, Fight to Win.
Fight to win. Not for fuck the world. None of that. It's Fight to Win. Okay. Prize Fighting Championship 7. This is versus Brandon Griffin, who's 3-0 coming in, finishes his career 4-1. So not a big, long career. This fight lasts 24 seconds. Tyler knocks him out with punches in 24 seconds.
Really?
Dude, that's so fast because they dance around for a second. That's like the first contact they made. He's unconscious. Yeah. That's fucking crazy. Holy shit. 14-5 for Tyler. June 11th, 2016, Final Fight Championship 25, Mitchell versus Lopez. He fights Dale Sopi or Sopi, S-O-P-I, 6-6 career record. Weirdest career ever. He won his first 6, lost his last 6.
Wild.
Won 6, then lost 6, and was like, well, I mean, I guess that
makes sense.
I'm not turning this around.
Yeah.
He wins by submission here, actually. This is the first time I've seen him win by submission.
Yeah.
He wins by submission in round 1 at 2:30. So good for Tyler there, I guess. Fuck him, but I don't know. He's doing well. 15-5 for Tyler. October 16th, 2016 at the Grand Casino.
Yeah.
The Grand Casino, Jimmy. It's very grand. Do you know where it is?
No.
Got a guess for me?
It's not in Winnevegas?
Where's the Grand Casino, Jimmy?
The Grand Casino is certainly on a reservation in Oklahoma.
It's in Hinckley, Minnesota, where
close enough.
Where everything is grand.
Yeah.
It's all grand here in Hinckley, Minnesota. Yes, it is. Come on down. This is at Legacy Fighting Championship 60. He fights Brian Hayden, who Tyler beat him by unanimous decision in 2010 when he first started there. This time, though, the fight only lasts 1 minute and 31 seconds, so no decision this time. And Tyler loses by TKO with punches. So he gets knocked out with punches, bringing his record to 15-6. And that will be his last fight ever.
Really?
Yes, I think he had planned on fighting more, but it didn't quite happen. He knocked him into retirement here, this TKO. It happened. So a couple of years go by, and there's not a lot of major action with him. November 2019, Bosque Farms Police, this is in New Mexico, issue an arrest warrant for Tyler after he fails to show up for a court date. Okay? No court date. Now, December of 2019, the next month, they issue an arrest warrant for him. They announce that he has a warrant out for his arrest. They have a criminal complaint this time, saying that he stole $3,000 from his grandfather's bank account after his grandfather died.
Oh, what the fuck, man?
Dude, can this guy be any fucking more of a scumbag.
No.
We do idiot or asshole. It's all asshole. It's 100% asshole. I know that his upbringing made it so he kind of was raised to be an asshole, but he's still an asshole. Like, asshole's an asshole.
But when you turn 18 and you got adult decisions to make, that's not one that you make.
This is fucking crazy. $3,000 after he died. He pilfered money from his dead grandfather's bank account. How gross do you feel while you're doing that?
Ugh.
You know what I mean? I hope very gross.
I mean, I do want. There is some part of me that wishes that I had like a super rich relative that just bequeathed me all kinds of cash. That sounds great. But there's another part of me, like my dad was just talking his will with me. And I'm like, I don't want a fucking dime. This is gross. I don't want any part of that.
Yeah, you don't want to be like stalking around for shit before it's time or anything.
Right.
But if somebody rich died,
like, you're still breathing, man. I don't want to talk about the shit you're going to give me when you die because you're sitting in front of me.
I'm not going to go around putting a Post-it note on the stuff I want. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it with a J on it. That's not
that's
happening.
Too much.
This is fucking ridiculous, man.
Although I do want like old people that hate their family. I would love to take that. That would feel fantastic.
That'd be great.
That's money that I would gladly enjoy the shit out of.
No shit. Easily.
Yeah.
Fucking easily enjoy the shit out of that money. Hey, this is fantastic. I'm going to piss it away, as a matter of fact.
I will spend that like there's no tomorrow.
So he's wanted for this pilfering. He gets pulled over during a traffic stop. They run his information. They realize there's a warrant out for his arrest, so they say they're going to arrest him. As the police officer goes to grab his hand to cuff him, Tyler slaps his hand away. Oh, no, this isn't to slap his hand. This is the one where he just took off. He runs away and gets away from the cop, and he eludes arrest, and he faces a charge of fraud, basically, is what he's wanted for. I don't feel bad for him at all, by the way. No. All of this is his own making.
Yeah.
If he would have kept his nose clean and just tried to fight and do all of his shit, he'd probably be pretty successful. But he's such a fuck-up that it's really hard for anybody, even Dana White, who is the king of the silver-haired, middle-aged white men of the world here. I mean, he's the king silver-haired, middle-aged man, the king of them. Even he would be like, I don't know if I'm taking the guy who fucking need his girlfriend so hard he broke her jaw and fucking gave her a concussion, at least not for a year or so till it blows over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't feel bad for him at all. I feel bad for everybody that he's had to fucking interact with, including his mom, even though his mom caused this. Yeah. I really do. I feel bad for all these people, Jimmy, but not nearly as bad as I feel for Tyler East, capital markets analyst at Veterans United Home Loans in Columbia, Missouri. Oh, yeah, I just found some good. Tyler East, student at the University of Houston. We know that's not our guy.
Yeah.
He's certainly not going to study anything.
Yeah.
No. Tyler East, IT manager at Hales Bradford LLP in Brownsville, Texas. Again, definitely not our guy. Tyler East, regional account manager, Broomfield, Colorado. Again, not our guy. Tyler East, IT security administrator at St. Luke's in Duluth, Minnesota. So, not our guy. Tyler East, general manager at Point Blank Nutrition. I just thought that was funny because it's got nutrition and point blank. So there's just two things there that really kind of go with him.
Is that a Bellator smoothie place? Is that what that is?
It probably is. You get yourself a nice
smoothies. Come get it.
Point blank smoothies. They'll make your butthole fire it out.
We got strawberry gunpowder. Drink it, pussy.
Have your grape firing cap right now. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Banana plastic explosives.
Yeah.
This is chocolate C4.
It's fucking delicious. Ah! Raspberry plastique, bitches. So, Tyler East, laboratory assistant at Huntsman Cancer Institute in Salt Lake City. So this person's helping people, or trying to anyway. And no, Tyler East is causing cancer, our guy.
Yeah.
Then finally, Tyler East, nuclear power plant technician in the U.S. Navy.
Holy shit.
Definitely not our guy. The
First,
most
he's in
not
the
our
service
guy.
in general.
Yeah, and then they trust him to fix shit in a nuclear power plant. Right. I wouldn't trust this guy to fix something on a 78 Pinto. to do a water
nuclear
pump on a
submarine, which is way fucking cooler.
Yeah, that's crazy. So later on this month, he's pulled over again.
Yeah,
and they attempt to arrest him again. But this is the time where they go to cuff him, and he slaps the officer's hand away like he's playing, like it's a hand check in 90s basketball. Get that off my hip.
Yeah.
Slaps the goddamn guy's hand away and runs away and gets away from him again. Okay?
I would never think of that as a move.
I know.
Just
who the
slap
fuck?
cuffs?
Just nope and run away? What is that?
Yeah.
2 weeks later. Okay, 2 weeks later, they stop him again, and he runs away again. So 3 times he's run away. How about when
forever
you see
get
him,
away? Is that
just
it?
get the taser out when you see him because he's going to run away. So you're going to have to fucking do something, or call in somebody who's fast.
Right.
We're going to wait for backup here to get you out of the car because we have a fast guy that's coming in.
A guy in a 3-point stance and then saying, "Get out of the car, please."
Ready to go. Just foot going, tapping on the ground. Come on 3. So finally he is arrested here, though. Police in Bosque Farms, New Mexico, get a tip about his whereabouts, and they go retrieve him and collect him. He tries to run away again this time, but they catch him. This is after a major foot race over fences, through backyards, through the whole a foot race through the whole neighborhood, Todd Marinovich style. Then behind Tyler, come on, Tyler. You know the cops know him by now. They're, come on, Jesus Christ, Tyler, stop making us run. You know you're going to
set up a net like in a cartoon and just wait for him to run by.
Totally, just drop it on him. And
He's
he'll just
too
fall
much.
Down, kick his legs up in the air because he's trapped. You know how that goes in a cartoon. So, this is over fences, through backyards. He's accused of stealing money from his dead grandfather's bank account, like we said. He's also charged with battery and resisting arrest for fleeing the police who tried to arrest him the month before. So he's got a couple of resisting arrests for running away, and then a battery for slapping the guy's hand away, too. So not doing well here. They have video of the moment they took him into custody, which was pretty fucking funny, as a matter of fact, as well. And so this is all for a missed court date it started with, and then the fraud, and then it goes. So that is January 30th, 2020. So it's quiet stuff. I assume he's in jail for a little while about that stuff. Then April 5th, 2021 comes around. Okay.
Yeah.
We're talking last month, literally a month exactly from this. Valencia County Sheriff's deputies were dispatched to a domestic violence call at 5 p.m. This isn't even 2 in the morning, man. No. If you can't keep your fucking hands off of somebody in the evening time, this is like pre-dinner. You haven't even eaten yet.
Somebody just got off a shift to have this fight?
You haven't even, you're hungry. Like, who fights with grumblings in your stomach? Eat something. Get some energy. So they arrive. This is the 4200 block of New Mexico 314. So it's a great area.
Yeah.
It is a mobile home as well.
Yep.
So we're talking about some trailer action here. Tyler is living in a fucking trailer. So his life has not turned out as well as he's not a rich, luxuriating professional athlete here.
He's not Tito Ortiz.
No. When deputies arrive, they find 2 people with gunshot wounds at the scene. New Mexico police are called. They come in, and this is their official report. There's a dispute between East and his girlfriend, between Tyler and his girlfriend. Apparently, they got into a physical fight, and the cops were called. Now, at the time between the cops were called and the time the cops got there, quote, during the dispute, East brandished a weapon, which, by the way, is a shotgun. Not a weapon, a fucking shotgun.
Yeah.
During the dispute, East brandished a weapon, shot his girlfriend with a shotgun inside the house, inside the trailer. Shooting your girlfriend with a shotgun inside of a trailer, but in addition to being just a fucking cliche, it's also, this is horrible, man. Shot his girlfriend and, quote, then dragged her out of the residence. He shot her and dragged her outside, okay, where he still had the shotgun. I don't know if he was going to shoot her in front of the whole neighborhood, if that was his goal, to kill her in front of the neighborhood.
The whole park.
So the whole park. Yeah, what am I talking about? So they were fighting. This has happened. Quote, while outside, East was shot by a male subject who was at the residence. East succumbed to his injuries. So another guy who was there had a gun, got up and shot Tyler to death in the front yard after he had shot his girlfriend and dragged her out of the house.
What an ending.
So the cops pull up to a woman, an unconscious woman with a shotgun wound, and a dead Tyler was dead at the scene, and a dead Tyler East in the front yard of his trailer.
My.
I mean, I guess, from trailers from whence they came, they end up, I don't know. I mean, return to the earth.
To the trailer earth. What did oh my God. I want the guy that shot him is fine, right? No gunshot wounds for him.
No, he's got no gunshot wounds. He fled the scene and is still at large. They don't even know who the fuck it is. They can't find him.
Oh my God.
They still haven't. I've been looking for an update on it. From all I know, they still haven't found the guy who shot him. But the guy who shot him was at the residence as well. So they were all sitting in there.
Yeah.
Who the fuck knows what happened? Who knows if we have no idea what happened? What caused the fight? Whatever.
That guy's got to be wanted. Otherwise, he's a fucking hero.
That he's got to have warrants, is what because I mean they're all hanging out. They're probably doing coke or whatever the fuck. I'm not gonna. I don't know that for sure, but I'm just saying if you're hanging out with Tyler in a trailer, that's what you do probably.
He's likely not a great man, but he's a great guy.
If you're all sitting around, well, I mean, being a fucking cokehead or whatever is different from he's not wanting to shoot a woman or something. Right. I mean, maybe he sees a woman getting abused and then shot, and he's like, "Well, this is too much." You know what I'm saying? And that's the line. But if you have a warrant out for your arrest too, you're probably going to be like, "I'll still take off."
Perhaps he's the guy that saw him.
Guy's a fucking hero, man.
Perhaps he's the guy that saw him knee the woman in the face a couple years ago. You know, if that's the same guy, perhaps he already knows what's coming next. He's like, he's going to empty that thing into her head out there.
Yeah. Well, he's escalated to a shotgun now.
Yeah.
He's not even using his knees anymore. I mean, it started out with threats.
Yeah.
It went from threats to knees to shotguns in a matter of 7 years, man. That's too much. That's crazy. So she had a shotgun wound and was discovered they were laying next to each other, bleeding out, the two of them on the front there. She was taken to an Albuquerque hospital where she was brought to stable condition. Wow. She ends up surviving the whole thing.
Wow.
And she's okay now. She's not identified in this as well. When they asked the cops about, well, who the fuck shot Tyler East and saved this woman's life, and they said no information available about him. We have no idea. We don't know. Some fucking dude.
Perhaps the New Mexico police do not care.
They don't. Yeah, fine.
Don't want to know.
Jesus. So hopefully he's on his way to shoot Cody. I think they thought maybe he'll shoot him and stop having to deal with that dickhead too.
Is there any report on who shot him? The hero? I mean, the man is at large.
I mean, he's the hero. I mean, the shooter. So, I mean, yeah, that's what it is. So she ends up, like we said, stable condition, and she was released from the hospital, and I assume she probably told the cops who the fuck did it, or maybe she's a hard ass and was like, I ain't telling you. But either way, I don't know what's going on. Maybe she was like, I was shot and bleeding out. I have no fucking idea who did it. That's the other thing. Yeah, who knows? She might have. We have no clue. So a lot of people too, after they're shot, they don't remember a couple hours before that too. Yeah. That happens a lot to people. So
I was kind of focused on me.
Yeah, trying to survive and stuff. So this is his obituary. Okay, I found his obituary.
Yeah,
and I'll be honest here. Let's let you into my head here.
Yeah.
On one hand, I'm sitting here and I'm like, are we going to now literally mock a man's obituary? You know what I'm saying? Are we going to mock a dead person, a freshly dead person's obituary? Because that's
fairly cold.
That's like, we don't normally do that kind of shit. You know what I mean? That's not our thing. But at the same time, he was killed while fucking beating and shooting a woman and dragging her out of a trailer into the front yard. So you know what? Fuck this guy. Fuck him. I don't care. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Tyler. Let's read his obituary, which is all nice, kind things, but we can take it the way we want it. Oh, yeah, this is his family's obituary that they wrote for him, I'm sure. Quote, Tyler was a kind, warm, and loving person.
To who? Not even to his parents.
Well, that was his brother. That was his brother.
But I mean,
but still, So right away, I don't see any examples of that in his life, but that's fine. He had a huge heart and an old soul with a smile and a twinkle in his eyes that would light up a room, along with his shotgun, lights up a trailer when he shoots his girlfriend with it.
Those are not his eyes nor his smile. Those are shotgun blasts.
Yeah. Oh my God. The next line is wild. Anywhere he went, he would stand out like a sore thumb, being he was a giant and gentle giant.
Oh my!
They called him a gentle giant. His career is beating up men, and his hobby is beating up women. What are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about? I get that it's your mom and you got to say something nice, but don't say shit that's blatantly the opposite of what he's proven over the course in public. You know, I get if no one knew, who loved animals and rescued many in his short life. Oh, yeah. Well, so Hitler loved dogs too, so whatever. Right. Tyler was a gifted athlete who was always in competition with his older brother, Cody East. Tyler played sports from the age of 10. He accomplished many titles and medals, and he was driven. He was very driven and had one speed, fast. Yeah, he's on coke. He was a standout high school athlete, taking 3 state wrestling championships and several all-state football titles for multiple positions. Man, Ty could boot a football, in quotes, they say. Yeesh. That's what everybody would say, apparently. Tyler became an MMA fighter in his junior year of high school and went on to win many titles and belts, as he was Tyler the Beast East. Tyler was a crotch rocket street bike enthusiast, of course he is, and loved to ride. He could take a bike apart, fix it, and put it back together in 2 days, all self-taught via YouTube and trial and error. Tyler could fix anything. Tyler loved shoes, home interior decorating, and he was an excellent cook and loved to eat. Great. Terrific.
I've never heard an obituary with the words crotch rocket in it.
Crotch rocket. Unless you were shot in the crotch, the word crotch shouldn't be in your obituary.
With a rocket.
With a rocket. That's why when I was reading, I was like, crotch rocket enthusiast. That's like being a shit pipe enthusiast.
They could have just said motorcycles, but they had to specify. Yeah.
Oh, man. Tyler impacted so many people, young and old. He would give you the shirt off his back and the last buck in his pocket. He would give you the shirt off his back because he's taking it off because he's about to beat somebody, probably. Right. That's why he would give it to. Hold this for me. I'm going to go beat that unsuspecting person.
Before I raid my dead grandfather's bank account.
And then, once I do that, and then I'll shoot my girlfriend inside of my trailer. The world would be a little, oh my God, the world will be a little darker without him in it. Tyler has empathy and compassion for mankind. Whoa. Wow, unless you're a woman or
they did say mankind.
Mankind. Well, he did, yeah. Wow, he had so much more to give, gone way too soon. He will live forever in our hearts and will never be forgotten. Free at last, Ty, fly high. We love you.
He had more to give. Why? Because the shotgun wasn't empty? What the fuck are they? What are they talking about?
He's got a shell left in there. That's how it works. He didn't empty both barrels. That's the problem.
I mean, I get it. You love your family. But this is crazy.
That's a little much. You're just, come on. I mean, the guy, if he had his whole life that he did and he fucked everything up and, he had his arrests and then he died in a car accident, you'd go, okay, you sweep all that under the rug because it happened in the past. He was killed in the act of murdering a woman.
Right.
I don't feel bad for you. Fuck you. You know why you got killed? Because you were shooting and beating a woman in the front fucking yard of your trailer, you asshole. That's why.
Which wasn't the first time that you put hands on a woman in a way that was going to be detrimental to her health and safety.
Yeah, and this time you put fucking hands on a shotgun.
Right.
And he had it in his fucking hand still. He was going to shoot her with it again. It's fucking crazy.
That's the most forgiving people I've ever heard, his family. How do you write that with a straight face? Unless they wrote that about their grandfather and then they
just copy and pasted it.
Because it was so fresh. They were like, I don't want to write again. Let's just delete Grandpa and put Tyler in there.
Let's just put Tyler. Grandpa was very
crotch
empathetic.
rocket in it. It's fine.
Hold on. Did Grandpa write crotch rockets? No? Okay, I got to put that in detail in there. So, can't get enough? Well, see if they ever catch the guy who shot Tyler. Or not. Who fucking cares? Either way, I'm curious to see who it is and what happens to him anyway, if he's considered like a, good job.
And depending on what he's up for after that, I'd sure like to high-five him.
Yeah, I don't fucking... as long as he's not like he ran because he's wanted for child rape or something. If it's
exactly.
If he ran just because he thought they would still charge him or something, that'd be one thing. But if he's running because he did something worse than that before that, that's another problem. we're not going to even fuck with that. So
that guy might be awful, but he might not be.
Maybe not.
Perhaps it was a girl. Could have been his ex-girlfriend.
We don't know.
You know what I mean? She knows how this shit goes.
They just said a man. That's all they said was a man. So, yeah, if it was a woman, it would have made sense.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm next. So that is Tyler the Beast East. Hope you enjoyed that crazy shit. That's a lot of crazy shit there.
I don't know, James. Is that the best story I've ever heard in my life?
It's fucking insane. The end of it's like a shootout. Like we've never had that before. We've had like a cop shoot a guy. We've had the John Cordick thing that was, similar to the George Floyd death, basically, with the cop on his back. We've had the fucking Steve Howe flipping and dying in a median. We've had these dramatic endings. I don't
leave
think like
his
this,
wife
though.
And then be on the lam in a boat somewhere forever. We still haven't found that guy.
We've had that.
There's so many great stories.
This is wild. This is a wild fucking ending. And we didn't just do this because this just happened. This was literally on the list. We were going to do it in the next couple of months, and then he died, too. So
and then he gave us finality.
I guess that's the end of the story. So it's not getting any more done than that, I guess. So
yeah, as in on Broadway, James. Elfine, it's done.
That's it. So hope you enjoyed, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did enjoy that show, get on Apple Podcasts, that purple icon, and tell the world about it. Give us 5 stars. It really does help drive you up the charts, which helps other people see the show, which helps the show. So do that. Head over to shutupandgivememurder.com for tickets to the virtual live show. Oh my God, it's cooking. We're gonna have so much fun.
It's gonna be so great.
It's 2 days away. Thursday, May the 6th, 2021. It's available for 72 hours. After that as well, you can order it, watch it, and my God, it's a lot of fun. We're doing Suge Knight, for Christ's sake. You know how much crime there is in that?
Right. It's so deep.
The only sports there are a couple of pictures of him that are kind of funny because he's in a uniform. That's really it. There's no sports. He played college ball. He played not even a year of pro ball. And then it's all crime forever. It's amazing.
And if you don't have tickets and you don't have the means of buying tickets, there are people in the Facebook groups that are giving away tickets to other listeners, which is fucking unbelievable. You guys are the greatest people on earth.
They're so nice. They're looking for people who can't afford or for whatever reason can't get tickets, and they're looking to get tickets for them. So check those out. There's Facebook groups, Crime and Sports Fans, and a couple other ones, and they'll help you out with that stuff. Really good people in there, nice people to get to know. So do that. See the virtual live show. Shutupandgivememurder.com right now. I'm telling you, you're not going to be disappointed. We always throw down on these, and we have a whole new set that we made and decorated, and Sarah's gone crazy with this thing. I'm telling you, it's worth it. It's going to be super cool. Check that out. Also, go to Patreon, patreon.com/crimeinsports. It's where you get all your bonus stuff. And if you do the Patreon, not only do you get the bonus episodes we just put up 2 days ago, but you get bonus episodes, all of them, all the way back, whole back catalog, Small Town Murder and Crime and Sports. And you kind of, if you listen to one show, you'll like the bonuses for both. They're not. You know how we do a variety of things.
Right.
This last weekend we did as the 2 bonuses, we did the college admissions scandal that ensnared Felicity Huffman and Aunt Becky and everybody else who was powerful in LA, basically.
We got a desperate housewife, you guys. It's amazing.
It's amazing. There's that. We did that whole story, got into how it worked and everything. And then for the other bonus, we did cult deprogramming. So that was a crazy one. You get to hear about a guy named Black Lightning.
Not near what I expected either. It was fascinating.
It's super fascinating, and you get to hear about how a guy named Black Lightning would kidnap people off the street and yell at them for days at a time. It's amazing. Check these episodes out. Oh my, yeah, just belittling them. Check these episodes out and all the other bonus episodes, everything in the back catalog. You can get it all at patreon.com/crimeinsports. And in addition to all the bonus content, you're also a producer. Right. So we are going to, in addition to our undying love and affection, you're also going to get a shout out at the end of the show. And Jimmie will try his best to pronounce your name correctly and probably fuck it up. Yeah. So that's always going to happen every time. And so do that. Get on there. And if you just want to have good karma and get a shout out as well, because you're a producer as well, you can do that at PayPal using our email address, crimeinsports@gmail.com. Want to keep up with the show and everything we're doing? Follow us on social media. And you get to interact with other listeners. It's a lot of fun. A lot of cool people in there that are pretty nice damn people. So check them out. You can follow us on social media, though. We're at Murder. Oh, no, that's Murder. That's Small Town Murders.
Oh, this is Crime and Sports, James.
Yeah, we're at Crime and Sports for on Facebook and Twitter, and we are at Small Town Murder on Instagram. So check all of those out. And without further ado, Jimmy, I need to hear the list of the people who would never shoot me with a shotgun, then drag me out in front of the trailer to finish me off.
Yeah.
Please, Jimmy, hit me with the names of the best fucking people on earth right now.
This week's executive producers are Darlene James, Jordan Bennett, Chrissy-Ann Castaldi, Clay Thorson, Michael Stahl, Thomas Hammer Time, Laura McCormick, Christopher Gerke, Shauna Bach, Michelle Mestis, and Maria Cephas. You guys, I truly can't give you enough words. You guys are fucking incredible. Clay Thorson's also in the midst of doing some remodel stuff because that's what he does for a living. And he sent me some pictures as to make me feel better about how god-awful my job is going. It's fucking
good
crazy.
For Clay. Good luck, Clay.
Yeah. Other producers this week are Gray Posh. She had a birthday, by the way.
Happy
Jen
birthday.
Lucky in California. Zoe Hempel. Dan Slamma had a birthday. Earl and Wendy Hatley. Jean-Leon Magnato. Carl Kirshner. Corporal Carl. Liz
Corporal.
Vasquez. Pixie De Leon. Nancy Sheely. Peyton Meadows. Adele Burbage. She's the principal over at Elk Cove Elementary. Do you remember her?
Oh,
she was a teacher that came to, or the principal that came to the house.
I do remember her. I do.
What a deep dive. That was great.
Awesome. Yeah.
Lou Canova
so cool.
and his partner Barney Dunn. I believe those are characters in something, and I don't know what.
Something, but thank you. Either
Daniel
way.
Barbier, Joshua Kunkel. He's the beer man. No, he's the brood man from the Beer Man and Brood podcast. He died, the poor guy.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. In
Sorry.
a car accident.
That's terrible. Oh, no.
Horrific. Anyway.
That's terrible.
I get so uncomfortable when people are donating in the memory of people. It's
I know, because that sucks, man. Well, thank you.
What do I say? What do I do?
About that.
I'm not going to do I feel
Thank
awful.
you and sorry. Thank you, sorry.
So uncomfortable. Josh, I wish you were still here. Family Garden Seeds, James Martyr, Adam Udani, Jalen Tross. They lost their grandma, and they're only 14. And I say they because I don't know if they're a boy or a girl, and I want to...
Either way.
Whatever. I don't care. But Jalen, thank you for listening. And at 14...
That sucks.
That's bananas to listen to this shit at 14.
Yeah. Thank you
for listening, Jalen.
Listen to the parts... Yeah, listen to the parts where we tell you not to drag your girlfriend out, like on Crime and Sports, and shoot her in the trailer. That's bad.
Other producers this week also are Steve Schnell, Josh Weir, Adam Foster, Elizabeth Jones lost her pup Eleanor. I'm sorry, Eliz. Eliz? Who says? Nobody says Eliz. What?
Eliz. What up, Eliz? Sorry for your loss, Eliz.
Liz. All right, Jennifer Rydell, Justine Jeffries had a birthday. Happy birthday, Justine. Jennifer Stevens. Barbara Howells, Dr. Sidney Freeman, their MASH unit 4007. That's clearly from MASH, right?
MASH, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a dummy.
Was it the 4077? I don't remember.
4007? Yeah.
I thought it was 2 sevens. I don't know.
I thought so too.
Fuck do I know?
I don't know. Grizzly Adams and Ben. I didn't. Why do I say I think I did? I think so too. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Why am I trying to act like I know something?
You know, I know things.
Why does that matter to me so much right there?
I don't know. That's amazing.
Yeah, I think you're right. Demi Ray Gardenhire, I think so. Kania, McLeod, Janice Hill, Jay Mullins, December Theron. I wonder if they're related. Possible.
I hope so.
David Beers, Sean Turney, Cassie and Mary Grates, Rosa Martinez, Ashley Vio, Tavia Buck, Sean Mayorani. You fucking eye-ties, James, with your fucking names. I can't do it.
He's bad with it.
It's never going to happen.
He's bad.
Bitchy Leah Bumridge, I guess. Ryan Bitchcat. That's a legit name. Mandy Lebecco. Jesse Pitts. He got a mortgage. Good work, Jesse.
Hey.
Thomas DeMello. Thomas Smith. Michael Autry. Nicole Sweet. Christy Jukes. Amirani. Luna. Kellen Bart. Oh, boy. Burzabal.
Abby Rentas, Paige Lovelace, Kevin Blackwood, Connor Thune, Steve Kearns, Keisha Reeder, Justin. You know Justin.
Ravioli.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bryn Villamizer, Tim Hadler, Mandy, and Mandy, you remember her?
The Colemans, from the Colemans out in Connecticut there. Yeah, I know
Amy Yardwood, Jennifer Spadora, Maeve Rooney, Mavi, Paula Josic, Christopher with no last name, Luis Chavez, Alex Fuller, Perry Brooks, Justin Black, Bethany Vume, Corey Zielinski, Ryan Sully, Kyle Dunnelan, Alandis Tisby, Nick Farrer, Martin Logan, Hootie, Nick's cousin, Emma Roebuck, Heather Allen, Kayla Pateau, Shane Nissen, Heather Howe, Rod Hendricks, Jimmie's kid, Jennifer Carter, Jonathan Carmen, Bob Bennett, oh boy, Dustin Skybe.
Upside down.
Upside down. Shannon Fuller, Kelly Ware, Catherine Pritchard, Allison Putz, someone special, Mana with no last name, Mana. Is that their last name? Is that the last name?
I think, was Mana the last name?
I think so. Maybe it's the first name.
It's the first name. I don't know. I think it's the last name.
All right. Colleen Shambaugh, Cy Powell, Verity West, Sheena with no last name, Karina T, Alyssa Bucci, Lauren Stevenson, Sydney Brown, Katie Schaub, Alana Carpenter, Rachel Hauser, Christine Ballone, Ben Boonstra, Cody McGillicuddy, Paul Parker, Brandy Forer, Jenny B, you know her, and Subba C, you know him.
Totally.
Or her, I don't know.
Coming over for Christmas.
Joel Huff, Kelvin Keeter, Corey Sullivan, Heather Larson, Suzanne Burns, Zach Burns, James Luck, Dalen Caldwell, Jason Wilson, Narissa C, Shannon Brackeen, Jen Lowe, Kennedy Chrissy, Gracia, Andrew Combos. Of the Combos fortune? No way.
I love Combos.
The pretzels with cheese.
Fuck yeah. You gotta have the pretzel ones, not the cracker ones.
Andrea Domatrovic. Sassy. You know that gal Sassy?
Guglielmino.
And Jason, too. Same family. Holden Schlage, Brandon Shepard, Sarah Kay, James Hawkins, Maya Tua, Henry Lobster, Henry, what? Josh Fenwick, Tracy Stevens, Jessica Martinez, Sarah DeLoach, Bree, that girl Bree.
Campitello.
Yes. Kristen Weber, Joseph Howell, Chibi, and Dan. You know both of them. You're familiar, right?
Marishano,
yes, Chris Gray, Samir, oh boy, Nagin Anajar. Fuck. Maddie with no last name, Megan Jones, Michael McKeeman, Jordan Bartlett, Bethany Schmitz, Melissa Donaldson Zeeb, Logan Watson, Rachel Jewell, Cecilia Hemingway, Nick from over at that thing.
Smith.
Yep. Elizabeth Jones, Kathy Viscarando, Carol Marshall, Kyle McCoy, Megan Lush, Emily Bachman, Crystal Beach, Blake, and Brad. You know those guys.
Whisman, your cousins. Yeah.
Carly Siemens. Oh, boy. Chazen Prevet, Donna Burge, Erica Christensen, Julie Watterson, Christine Poole, Ed LaRussa, Howard, and Marta Nagorska. Jolene Sequenza, Matt Sorsby, Alexandria Douglas, Jeff Going, Crystal Actis, yes. I don't think so. Phil Simpson, Rebecca Rampley, Olivia Corbin, Lisa.
Erickson.
Great Maria. Name. Nope, that's Mary. Doc Savage, Sue Mathnag. Boy, oh boy. Shane King, Gail Connor, Jim Clem, Sandy Hurst, Casey. You remember
Ubriaco. Yeah, I know him.
Alexander Dillard, Michael Gianetti, Andrew Daniels, Fern and Kaylee, Ray. Nope, that's Ryan Alderman. Josh. Oh, that guy.
Corleone. Yeah.
Whitney Schacht, Katie Baltz, War Horse Torres. Fuck, why is that so hard? War horse. That's not so hard.
War horse.
But there's an H near a W and then OR, so it looks like whore to me.
W, the R, and the H together, if you mix them all, it's
I'm never going to say war horse.
God
it's
damn
hard
it.
to say.
Tema Fodji. Laura would know. You know Laura, that gal, Laura.
Oh, I met her the one time.
Yeah.
Jones. Yeah,
That's probably it. Anthony Gilder, Dalton would know last name, Nicole Hollis Hartley, Jordan Rios, Don Allen, Connor Giampietro.
Nice.
Whoa. That's
nice
a tough
job,
one.
Jimmie.
Melissa McCoy, Charles Smith, Sebastian Bacon, Kevin's kid. That's amazing.
Hey,
Debbie
thank you.
King,
Get that
Deshana, Dorsey, Apartment 160. Everybody that lives inside there. Finlay Layton, Julia Fector, Kevin.
Cesitano.
I think that's him. Leah Lucchese, Gentry Shanholtz, Johnny Loco, Anna Bumhofer. Coco Romo, Janice Bennett, Daniel Nevant, Judgmental Calypso Cat, Alyssa Schuschler, It's Mio, Scott Reynolds, James Degro, Elias Banks, Ryan Penrose, Rosario Salazar. God damn it. Ben Robinson, Lisa McCauley, Natalie Buell, Abby Dam, Rebecca, nope, that's Renee. What is that? Soerink, Jordan Martinez, Taylor Pilkington, Amy Klaus, Sierra Merson, Samantha Ditt, Thomas Martin, Devin Rhea, woo. Diamond and DeRuff, Megan Cowan, Michael Triccarico, Megan, you remember her?
Watkins, yes.
Zachariah Cook,
Baker.
Douglas, her friend, Douglas.
Martin, Martin
and Megan
Watkins,
and James
part of the team.
Kokic. Joel Foster, Abigail Estep, Josh Whitaker, Kendall Mack, Gwendolyn from the thing.
McIntyre.
I think that's right. Matthew Wonder, Nadia Bowman, Bob Richmond, Adam Iannetti, Gretchen Rose, Daniel Lewin, Kelsey Thomas, Andrew Jadarski, Matt Sawchuk, Abby Hagstrom, and all of our patrons. You guys know who you are. You're fucking amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everybody, for what you do for us. And honestly, it blows us away every week, and we're more thankful than you could even imagine to human. Yeah. We have conversations amongst ourselves about honestly how thankful we are. Like we're silly sincere about this shit. Yeah. We really, really mean it. Thank you for what you do for us. Thank you so much.
Tell me another podcast that will mention every person that gives them any sort of support like that.
And I'm maybe
you
there's
deserve
ones
it.
That do it. I'm sure that they do it. You should do it. The people are giving us. I mean, they're going out of their way. They don't have to do that.
No.
It's not like anyone's knocking on their door. They're getting spam email to do it. They actually go, I am going to take it upon myself to my own volition to look this up, and that's a lot
make
to
sure
do,
these
man.
guys
So thank you.
Get through this week, and you guys did it again, and thank you.
Thank you so much. And what if people wanted to say anything to you, thank you or anything else? How could they get a hold of you?
You can find me on social media at Whisman Sucks is a good way. And truly, it's bananas. I can't say it enough. I'm humbled every day by the support you guys offer us. Where can they tell you, James?
I am at Jimmie P is funny, or just Google us. You can find us. You know how to look things up on the damn internet. You're all adults except for our 14-year-old person who donated, but still, you still know how to look something up on the internet, probably better than any adult. Yeah. You find the porn that you want to see, probably, rather than just fucking whacking it to whatever you found. He's whacking it the most, probably. I don't know. Maybe
probably.
Not.
Unless it's a
good
girl.
for him.
I don't know.
Even there, figure yourself out. That's fine. Do your thing. I don't care. You do whatever you want out there with your own bodies. Everyone enjoy. I'm very uncomfortable. That said, thank you so much, everybody. Live from the Crime and Sports Studios. We will see you next week.
Bye.
If you like Crime and Sports, you can listen early and ad-free now by joining Wondery Plus in the Wondery app or on Apple Podcasts. Prime members can listen early and ad-free on Amazon Music. Before you go, tell us about yourself by filling out a short survey at Wondery.com/survey.
A few miles from the glass spires of Midtown Atlanta lies the South River Forest. In 2021 and 2022, the woods became a home to activists from all over the country who gathered to stop the nearby construction of a massive new police training facility, nicknamed Cop City.
At approximately 9 o'clock this morning, as law enforcement was moving through various sectors of the property, an individual, without warning, shot a Georgia State Patrol trooper.
This is We Came to the Forest, a story about resistance.
The abolitionist mission isn't done until every prison is empty and shut down.
Love and fellowship.
It was probably the happiest I've ever been in my life.
And the lengths we'll go to protect the things we hold closest to our hearts. Follow We Came to the Forest on the Wondery app or wherever you get your podcasts. You can binge all episodes of We Came to the Forest early and ad-free right now by joining Wondery Plus.